Overreaction Monday, where our highly trained experts talk football.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
Your home for reaction and overreaction, The Fan. Good morning, Columbus.
Joe, that ain't good enough. Come on, Joe.
Wake up! Not this one! Frizzle left tight, F fly, pass 37 punch, waggle, help, baby dizzy, X-fan on the turbo.
Thank you, baby.
Football, man.
It's time to listen to a bald, fat loudmouth
Mr. T-Bone.
and a former football player.
And that ball intercepted by Tyvis, pal.
Wow, no radio station has ever done that before.
Did it work for those people?
No, it never does. But it might work for us.
Welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Oh, yeah. Happy Reaction Monday. What's up? I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Good morning, Tyvis.
Good morning, T-Bone.
You had a busy weekend, buddy.
It was a very busy weekend, but it was all football related. And, well,
You were
the good news is, the
good news is you're here. You made it back from all your travels.
As an Ohioan, the good news is we have the Buckeyes.
That's
always
right.
going to be the best news.
Of course it is.
The sad news is I'm from Cleveland. So, you know.
Oh, there's plenty to talk about and I'll tell you what, we have plenty to get to today. I'll set up the show in a second, but I just want to start off by saying I think you can make the case that both Browns fans and Bengals fans came out of that game yesterday and said, I don't like this. I don't feel good at all. Because I don't even think Bengals fans felt good about that win. They just didn't.
Yes, they do. Well, I mean, because it wasn't in the fashion that they wanted it.
No. I'm not talking about the fans who don't know ball. I'm saying if you knew the problems of the Bengals going into that game, you probably came out of that game going, uh-oh, some of those problems are still there. However, you got the win. Browns can't say that because in a battle of two teams vomiting on themselves, the Browns vomited on themselves slightly more. So that's how that game went. We'll discuss that and a lot more coming up. The show today, 7:45, Overachiever of the Week. So we will talk about that. We will give you our thoughts on that. You can submit those to us as well in the YouTube chat. Just go to YouTube, 971 The Fan. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. You'll be in the chat. Or you can go to Bone and Tyvis, 971 on Twitter. You'll be right there. You can send us your thoughts on an overachiever who had a great weekend in football. I presume you could submit other sports too if you want to, but football is kind of on the docket this weekend. 8:30. Speaking of on the docket, we have our guy Joshua Perry to talk about Buckeyes and other college football. We will break all that down with him at 8:30. But yeah, you were in State College this weekend.
Oh yeah,
to watch the overrated Penn State Nittany Lions.
Did you watch me on my story, my IG story, me being in the crowd at the volleyball game?
I didn't see that. How did it go?
Oh man, so they do the whiteout thing. One, I was in all black.
Okay,
so I stuck out like a sore thumb. Yes. And they did they chants, So the thing is, I kept telling everybody, as a player, as a former player, when we played there, I used to hate how they do that. We are Penn. I used to hate it. I couldn't stand it. I'm talking about it used to really grind my gears, and I used to always want to do something to shut them up.
Okay.
So, as me being this new tailgate guy, I have to put my biases aside. Not this upcoming week, though. I can't do it.
Well, but this upcoming week,
I got to go to
Ann Arbor.
Yeah, so I can't do it. But anyways, I put my biases aside because I want to see what it's like to be that a Nittany Lion or a Golden Gopher, wherever I'm at, but not the Wolverines. It's not happening. Anyways, so I said, give me a seat. Let me grab the thing and let me go in the stands. And we was watching the volleyball because they were a volleyball team that won the national championship last year. And I was like, you know what? It's actually kind of live to be in it. It's not bad to be in it.
Yeah,
so I enjoyed my time at State College.
Yeah, I guess it wouldn't be fun if you're a player that's getting that chant going while you're trying to concentrate and do that's the point of it.
Yes.
But when you're in it, sure, it's probably a lot of fun. Did you get to play any volleyball? This was a game.
No. That was a game.
They didn't have you out. They didn't do a Tyvis tries on that?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even try it.
No, that would probably break your arm. Some of those serves.
They had a woman over there. She was like 6'6". I was like, yeah, no dude.
Oh, no. The volleyball players don't mess around. That's the national champions, like you said. They're amazing. So, yeah, well, good stuff there. You got to do all that TV on Saturday. Sunday, yesterday, you drove up to Cleveland, did pre- and post-game for the Browns.
Yeah, you know what? You know what I walked away from that game saying?
What'd you walk away saying?
Schmidt happens. That was the big takeaway. Schmidt happens.
They didn't even get a Schmidt that's spelled the right way. We can't even, because I'm watching it, I'm like, how do we say this guy's name? And then I see it's Schmidt, and I'm like, what?
Schmidt
We got
happens.
Wish.com Schmidt? We didn't even get like a regular Schmidt? What is this?
The sad thing is, all year I've been, they're going to go 8-9. They're definitely going to win the first game because, Cincinnati starts out slow. And then you just... You start going over stats. You see how the game is going, and it's like, man, Jamar Chase ain't doing nothing. T. Higgins ain't. Joe Burrow ain't doing nothing.
That's why I say the Bengals.
Like, oh man, the Browns defense is exactly what I thought.
Bengals fans shouldn't. I would think Bengals fans are worried, right? Because their offense didn't move the ball well. But let's be clear about what the Browns are for Browns fans. You have a quarterback in Joe Flacco who does not have the zip he used to. There's going to be. Oh, no, dude.
Don't do that.
Dude, he doesn't.
Don't do that.
He was fine yesterday.
That's what I said.
But
Don't do that.
That man has to throw the ball when guys are on the line of scrimmage to make sure it gets there in time. He's lost some pace on the ball.
I didn't see it.
I did. I think 100%
that, you know what they did? They ran a similar game plan to like Julian Sayin's first game against Texas. That's kind of what it looked like. It was like they didn't really push the ball down the field. They just tried to keep it out of harm's way, and
you have two coaches in that game. I'm sighing because you have two coaches in that game who have never met a 3-yard play that they don't love, because both those dudes are just like, could we push the ball down the field? No, let's throw it to a tight end in the flat and see what he can do. Yes, that's their game plan. But here's what I know: the Browns played, to your point, defensively so well.
Oh my goodness,
that they were in a position, they drove down the field, and they got themselves in a field goal position to make a very makeable kick for any NFL kicker. And what do they have? I saw so many people post this about old Andre Schmidt, that he is a Lou Groza Award winner.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, I watched a lot of college football last year. I don't really remember this guy, or, the last couple years.
He did it as a freshman.
Yeah. He won the Lou Groza Award in 2018, folks. This is what the Browns do. We don't get the guy when he's good. We get him when he's past that time. Like whatever time that was when he was good, freshman Andre Schmidt apparently was lights out. Then the rest of his career at Syracuse, middling to bad. Because you know what happened? When this Lou Groza Award winner became available to the NFL 2 seasons ago, no one drafted him. I think he was on the Cowboys practice squad. I think then he went to the UFL for a year. And finally, he made it to the Browns. And the Browns decided to get rid of, albeit their very troubled kicker in Dustin Hopkins, who couldn't hit lots of things last year, but they got rid of him in favor of a guy who'd never kicked in the NFL.
Which gets me. And that's why when I did the pregame, I said he is the key to the game, because this is his first regular season NFL game that he's kicking in. It's probably going to come down to him. And sure enough, it came right down to him. And either the moment was too big, I don't know. But he kept saying, I was listening to his sound on the post-game radio, and he kept saying, I rushed my approach. He said, the first one I missed, I rushed my approach. Second one I missed, I rushed my approach.
Because you're nervous.
And I'm thinking to myself, you got 25 seconds. What do you mean? You better take 24 of them things to get your mind right. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I thought he meant when he rushed, when the approach of 1-2 kick, the actual movement towards the ball. But maybe that's what he was talking about, was I didn't get set, I didn't get comfortable, and then I raised my hand too early, and then there you go. Either way,
they'll figure it out. And then
this stupid franchise, this is what we do every freaking year. There's another way to lose, and in the realm of ways for the Browns to lose, this is pretty boring. We've done this so many times. Give me something new. Give me a guy's leg falls off before he kicks the ball. That would be fresh. This is just, a kicker missed a couple of PAT and a field goal.
T-Bo.
Either one of those. Yeah, that's normal. We're used to that.
When you look at the stats of this game, it really doesn't.
Every stat is in the favor of the Browns.
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
Almost everyone is in the favor of the time of possession,
the
amount of yardage, first downs.
They doubled them up in darn near everything, and it came down to 6 plays. I counted it, 6 plays. You got the Harold Fanning drop on 3rd and 5. back that right back up with Jerry Jeudy dropping it on 4th and 5. You got the 2 missed field goals, and you got the 2 interceptions that our receivers magically tipped it to them for them to get interceptions, which then you go look at the Pittsburgh game and see
they had the same damn play happen, but what happens?
DK drops the ball and bounces off of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and DK is on the ground and catches it. It's unbelievable. So unbelievable.
There is something to the effect of, like, you make your own breaks in life, and in the NFL especially, when it's a salary cap league, you hire the right coaches and GMs, and then they draft and build the right team, and that's all true, and the Steelers do that better than the Browns. But if you can't acknowledge that the Steelers have some of the same dumb stupidity that the Browns do, but they get the good bounces and the Browns get the bad bounces, then I can't help you see life that way. Because they had the exact same little tip drill, and it ended up with DK ended up with a catch on their final drive.
Which put them in field goal range to win, and then Chris Boswell hits a 60-yard field goal to win the game. Unbelievable. You know what it is? The Browns aren't living right.
Is that what it is?
They're not living right. Can't be.
It's got to be something, because it can't just be like get a kicker who actually makes field goals. We can never have that as Browns fans. It's like they try. Like, how can we do it but harder? Let's get a guy who's never kicked in the NFL. Week 1, let's bring him out there. And he's not like a studded rookie or anything.
That's not fair, because everybody was for it. Everybody was for getting rid of D-Hop.
I didn't have a vote. I don't know about you. I didn't get a vote on that.
Everybody was, because D-Hop had missed them in the preseason. So he was like, well, you can't go into the season like that.
You know what my thought was? Yes, but you know who? Matt Prater was apparently available.
And he went out there and nailed him. Yes, did you see him?
Matt Prater was on his couch Monday of last week, and now he was in the game last night, kicking the game-winning field goal for the Bills. Does Matt Prater, has he ever kicked in an NFL game before? Oh, that's right. He's been kicking for like 20 years.
If this is the case,
that's who the Browns could have called up.
And we're going to do that. If we're going to do that, then go get Phil back. He was the only person that was good. Phil understands the wind inside of that stadium better than anybody. Can't nobody else figure it out. So we got go get Phil.
It's like they say with Dale Earnhardt at a super speedway. He understands the wind. He just knew how to draft and get around guys.
Phil Dawson for president.
Yeah, that's right. Buckeyes destroyed Grambling. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, we're looking a little bit busier out there for a Monday morning commute, including a crash over in New Albany. That's happening on that 161 westbound direction, just past New Albany Road, where a right lane is currently blocked, definitely causing some congestion early this morning. Looks like we're down to one lane. First responders are on scene. It looks like a couple of cars may be involved. Debris is on the roadway. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hi, I'm Coach Ryan Day, and I've seen firsthand how tough and resilient kids can be. But I've also seen the struggles that aren't always visible. Mental health challenges are real. That's why I'm proud to partner with the Kids Mental Health Foundation. Together, we're helping parents, teachers, and coaches talk to kids about mental health before there is a concern or crisis. Start making kids' mental health a part of every day with free tools and resources at kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org.
Script Ohio necklaces, Blocko earrings, Ohio State bangles, and more. You'll find an exclusive collection of luxury Buckeye jewelry you'll love at the Diamond Cellar, starting at $99. Show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
The great thing about Atlas Butler is they do it all. Heating, cooling, plumbing. Look, I'm busy with work. I don't have time to wait around or deal with lots of people. One company, one call, and they do it all. Wonder if they'll clean out my inbox. Seriously, offer that service. Please.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Listen up. ESPN Unlimited is now included at no extra cost with Spectrum TV. Spectrum gives you everything from ESPN, live games, original series, top analysis, and more. Spectrum is really stepping up with this offer, and you get more of me, Stephen A. Smith. Get your act together and go to spectrum.com/entertainment for details. ESPN Unlimited and more popular streaming apps are included at no extra cost with Spectrum TV. Restrictions apply.
Grocery shopping is a good deal better at Meijer with low prices on family favorites. Buy 2, get 1 free on fresh from Meijer small pack chicken, select varieties. California red or black seedless grapes are $1.99 a pound, and a double roll 4-pack of Meijer Ultra paper towels is just $5.99. It's flu season. Protect yourself with a flu shot. Available today at your Meijer pharmacy. Getting everything you want in just one stop. That's the good life at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Oven-baked French toast, hot melty cheese, and meat, and meat, and meat. Introducing UDF's new 3-meat French toast sandwich, piled with bacon, sausage, and Canadian bacon. United Dairy Farmers, mornings made for you.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
The Fan has a new tailgate destination. Join us before every home game at the O Patio and Pub on Lane.
Sponsored by your Central Ohio Toyota dealers, Jameson Whiskey, Didn't Go to College, and Coors Light.
See you Saturday, friends.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, you might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A very crisp and chilly start to our new week. You might need a light jacket or sweater, but you'll need your sunglasses this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine in the forecast and highs in the mid-70s. For tonight, another crisp evening ahead. Lows will get down into the 40s with more sunshine in the forecast for Tuesday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning, go to hell, especially if you're a Browns kicker.
Don't do
especially.
That. Listen, I told T-Bone we got great news.
What's the great news?
The great news is we only have to deal with it for 3 more seasons.
What, the Browns kickers? Why?
Because they're going.
Are they outlawing kicking and field goals, please?
They're going to a dome, so that the lake effect won't mess with it, you know?
What was it, like 50-mile-an-hour winds down there yesterday?
I'm just saying.
What are we talking about?
It's that the wind swirls in that stadium, man. That's why Phil put them flags up, so he could see where it was at. Everybody don't understand. They don't understand the wind, how the wind affects in that stadium.
It boggles my mind. Two of my favorite, and thankfully they have very different outcomes with this decision. But both the Browns and the Buckeyes have basically said kickers. That's not that important. Like, at least with the Buckeyes, they win 70-0. So it doesn't necessarily matter most of the time. But like Ryan Day has told us, like, he hasn't told us, but you just see it. He doesn't really care about kickers. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to have to do that if he doesn't need to.
Well, you would think it wouldn't be hard to get a kicker at the Ohio State University. Who don't want to kick at the Ohio State University?
And yet, more on that later. But like, just with the Browns, they also are like, yeah, we like that approach from Ryan Day. We're going to do it up here. We just don't really have a kicker. But they are a team that plays in 3-point games all the time.
Well, you thought you had one last year, and he just fell off a cliff.
I know.
So it's like I feel for him, like the Cole Browns kicking situation, because like you thought Dustin Hopkins 2 years ago, electric, won a lot of games, actually kicked some game-winning field goals a lot of times. Last year, he was just he was unreliable. Even in this preseason, he was unreliable. And when I seen Schmidt miss that extra point, I said, "Oh, here we go. Here we go, man." And then I said to myself, he got a chance to redeem himself. He could be the hero. They gonna pick him up and carry him off, and he missed it too. And you know what the sick thing is? I told you when I watch it up in Cleveland, when I'm in the studio, the radio is 20 seconds faster.
Oh, God.
So I'm listening to Andrew Siciliano, and he goes, he missed it. He missed it. It was the disappointment in his voice. Yeah. So I watched it, and I'm like, yeah, this is a shame. I tell you what, well, if he makes it to Tuesday, tomorrow at 4 p.m., because for people that don't know, if you're going to get cut, it's either today or tomorrow. Why? Because if you make it to the 4 p.m. deadline on Tuesday, your salary is guaranteed for the week. So they can cut you, but they still got to pay you, which, why would they do that? They're not going to do that.
Exactly.
They'll so if they're going to make a change, you will know by tomorrow at 4 p.m. But you best believe that there is tryouts today.
Oh,
they're going to have some tryouts today.
Dude, if you're a kicker within a 500-mile radius, you watch that game and instantly booked your flight and said, you know what, I'm just going to show up anyway, even if they don't call me. I mean, I'm going to show up with cleats and a ball and say, what do you want to do? Like, I'm right here.
What's his name for the Cowboys? Brandon Aubrey?
Oh, yeah, sure.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
They get messy on the phone. Let's just try it. Make him tell us no.
That's right. Get Lionel Messi. Yep. Let's see if you know what, he played there. Earlier this year when they had Inter Miami and the Crew, they didn't play it here. They played it up at Jimmy's house.
Because he's only playing on grass.
Yeah.
Now,
so they went up there.
Play turf games. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to get Schmidt back.
They brought him up there because the Crew have grass here, but they wanted slightly more people to attend because it's a larger stadium. But he's probably been in that stadium and comfortable now, so bring him in. Why not? The Buckeyes, they rolled Grambling, no surprise, 70-0. It was over. I think after they snapped the ball, maybe the first or second play, we were kind of like, oh, yeah, this is probably done. Here are some storylines. Take them or leave them, because I have seen if you put anything online about this game, the instant reaction from people is, dude, it's Grambling. Like, that's the tweet you get back if you're like, hey, this is cool. Like Julian Sayin, 18-19, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, and the one incompletion wasn't incomplete.
It wasn't incomplete.
It was an interception.
Technically, none of his passes hit the ground.
Just one of them right to the wrong guy. But overall, I mean, I'll take 300 yards from your, young quarterback who hasn't played a lot of football in a half. And then that's it. A clean day for him other than the interception. But, that was a storyline you could take away from this. The young guys, I think you could take away that. We got to see your guy, Bo Jackson.
I've been saying it. 9 carries, 108 yards, 1 tug. Man.
Broke off the long run.
Can we see more Bo Jackson is my question.
I've been saying it. I said they need to come up with a package of plays every game that he comes in and just throw him swing passes, let him get the ball. I'm telling you, that guy is a weapon because he got some speed.
He's the most dynamic of the 3. I mean, the other 2 might prove differently as the season goes on, but I think he's the most dynamic running back.
Welcome to the Bo Jackson train.
I tend to agree
glad that I'm not alone on this.
I'd love for James Peoples to work out and be good, but I mean, in that Texas game, now granted it's a tough defensive front, but if you're Ohio State, you need guys who can read those tough defensive fronts. Like there were openings that he just flat out was like, nope, I'm going to run right into the back of my lineman. And the vision just didn't seem to be there for him in that first game. Now, everybody's vision looked a lot better when you're playing Grambling, so
Correct.
I don't want to just go with Bo Jackson and say for sure he's a lock. But yeah, like that was a good performance by him. It certainly, I think, got everyone to get to see what he is capable of doing. Would like to see more of that. Jeremiah Smith padded his numbers, 119 yards on 5 catches. 2 of them went for touchdowns.
Yeah.
One of them was one of the longest plays in school history, 87-yard reception. That'll get the job done.
I also walked away from this game with no doubt in my mind that Cardinal Tate is a first-round pick. If he decides to come out, he will go in the first round.
No, he's extremely talented.
Like to me, you seen how Emeka Egbuka's career was at Ohio State, where he was very productive, really good wide receiver. Obviously, he went first round, but he was always overshadowed because they had Marv and they had JJ. Cardinal Tate's the same way. Cardinal Tate is a really, really good wide receiver that we really don't appreciate that much because JJ is there. Yeah. Which to me, I feel like Cardinal will go to the first round and he'll have the same impact that Emeka's having that he had yesterday. Man, shout out to Emeka, man.
Oh, he had a great debut. Great debut.
As a Baker hater, he broke my heart.
Oh, Baker.
Why do you hate him?
Baker looked on fire yesterday.
It's crazy.
Unbelievable. Okay, yeah, on the last. You're right. On the last drive, but I'm saying like that touchdown pass that was like over a guy and beneath the guy and right to him. Like that was tremendous.
Fantasy wise, I got Baker and Emeka, and I started both of them.
Look at you.
Help me win. Help me win.
Back to the Buckeyes real quick. Speaking of the kids, Riley Pettijohn, welcome.
Yes.
This is now that's we've heard a lot.
Yeah.
You got to see a little bit. And I know, again, the competition level being what it is, this is a true freshman coming in and right away making an impact. Those are things that feel pretty good.
Yeah,
so
you definitely walked away feeling good about the young guy. Isaiah West, another running back that came in and scored. You said Riley Pettijohn. Peyton Pierce is the guy that they talk very highly of. He's seen a lot of snaps. I seen my boy Aaron Scott get a pick.
Oh, yeah.
Bryce West was playing some nickel. I said, this is what I'm talking about. So the Buckeyes did exactly what they were supposed to do. Get your young guys reps in this game and see how they do, because obviously game reps is hard to come by. And if you can get them any opportunity to get out there and take some game reps, you do it. And, man, even the young guys still look really good. So it tests the depth of this team. And if somebody just so happens to go down, I feel good about some of these guys coming in the game.
Coaches in college football that are on the hot seat. We're going to discuss that coming up. We've got some sound of a fan telling you just how hot the seat is for one of the big-time college football coaches, and clip that. That's 2 minutes away. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Monday. We are following up on a crash over in Bryce this morning. This is 270, that's southbound direction, just past 70, and over by that South Hamilton Road area. A right lane is currently blocked, and it is causing a little bit of congestion. We're already down to 2 lanes because of some construction over in this area. Want to make sure folks are taking it nice and easy on the roads this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Don't sweat it. Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your air conditioner fast. 1-800-COOLING.
Truck drivers, have you been searching for a more reliable driving job? Get the paychecks and predictability you need as a Schneider driver. Schneider's large selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers have access to great benefits with a 401k match and a 24/7 support team. Get the keys to a better driving job. Search openings near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
When your furnace or air conditioner is broke, we come out that same day. Dormar, home the tin man.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Listen to that! Son of a... That's unbelievable! Oh my goodness! Holy smoke! Just incredible!
T-Bone and Tyvis present Clip That.
tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. This is audio of an Alabama fan walking out of a convenience store a few days ago. The lottery, of course, is still like over $1 billion.
No, somebody hit it.
Oh, they did hit it.
Somebody hit it. 2 people hit. One from Texas.
I missed it.
One from Missouri. They got to split $1.8 billion.
Well, it doesn't sound like this lady won, because if she had, she has some very sound ideas on what she would do with her winnings.
I tell you exactly what I'd do with the first $70 million. I'd pay off Kalen DeBoer and get him the heck out of the University of Alabama, and then I'd take whatever else it took to get rid of the AD.
Oh, I love it. That's
messed up, man.
No, it's not.
It is, though.
That's college football right there, buddy. That's college football right there.
Listen, Florida State, losing to Florida State week 1 was not ideal. And I was sitting there like, this is sad. And it's not the fact that they lost, it's the fashion and how they looked when they lost that made me so upset about it. But it's a long season, man. You got if it continues to look bad, then okay. But they got to fix, like I told you a week ago, they got to fix the culture. The culture needs to be back to what it once was. And Kalen DeBoer is supposed to be this guy who can, win everywhere he goes. I mean, they did what they were supposed to do against UL Monroe, 73-0. So
that's fine. That doesn't really help when you lose the games.
Quarterback was 17 for 17.
Good for him.
3 touchdowns.
Great. Here's what I know.
Ty Simpson.
The hot seat is there for Kalen DeBoer for sure.
Is it though? Because who's paying $70 million?
That lady. Then you know what?
Was she not? Because she didn't hit the lotto.
Listen, if there's new money that would do that, there's old money that would do it too. And some of those people are around Alabama. Also, there's private equity, I guess. They could go that route and go, to Dubai or somewhere and get some equity in the program and do that.
But clearly, Florida State was not messed up when they did it to Jimbo.
No, that's right.
They back rolling.
Yeah, they are. Jimbo Fisher, by the way, got a bag. Well, he didn't get the bag from Florida State. He got it from Texas A&M.
Oh, excuse me.
Florida State.
Texas A&M.
He left there to go to A&M, yeah. But he's not now. Kalen DeBoer is probably not I don't even know if he's the hottest seat in the SEC, because there's a guy sitting down there in Gainesville, University of Florida. Oof.
His seat.
Billy Napier.
His seat was on fire last year. He just so happened to win a couple of games at the end to cool it off, but it's back.
We said on Friday, watch out for South Florida versus Florida. Didn't know if they would.
We definitely kept saying it.
Didn't know if they would win it, but we said that game is not. It was like 18.5 points, and I said I'd take the points on that South Florida.
I said I would take South Florida on the money line.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I said.
And you know what? I hope you did, because that would make you some cash, because they got it done 18-16 over Florida. And if you say that sounds like a gross score, it is a gross score if you're Florida, because you shouldn't be in an 18-16 game with South Florida. But credit to their defense, it's for real. They've got that Byron Brown kid who plays quarterback for South Florida, who's tough, physical, makes
for
plays.
36, 263 yards, and 1 touchdown.
Wasn't he suspended for I thought he was suspended for part of the game.
Was he?
Was he?
I if he threw it 36 times and a half.
That sounds like a lot of times to throw it in a half, but I thought he got suspended for the first half.
Did he? I didn't even realize that, if that was the case.
And he had 17 carries. That boy put the team on his back.
Well, they were still, though, they needed help, because I did watch the second half of this game when it became closer. And here's the reality. Florida still had a chance. All they had to do, a couple things. One is they needed defensively to shut down South Florida, and they did get a couple plays, but then we had a Hawk Tua situation again in this game, because they had their defensive lineman Brendan Bett. He spit on South Florida lineman Cole Skinner.
I just don't understand.
Florida just made a play and kind of stopped them on I don't remember if it was second or I think it was second down maybe.
It was first down.
Okay, but it was it was going to be a second and long, and it was a good
Very
play there.
long.
And then he got up, and the two of them kind of said words, and then he spit in the South Florida player's face. The referee instantly saw it, threw him out of the game, and then they got 15 yards there. I think they had just got another penalty right after that. They gave up 28 yards on 2 penalties, did Florida, and then that got South Florida rolling, and they moved the football the rest of the way.
They threw a wide receiver screen right after that went for like 40 yards. By the way, Byron Brown not suspended in the first half. Internet rumor that was a lie.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. I didn't see that.
Watch the first half because I didn't think it was going to be a game. I started watching in the second half because I was like, oh man, this might be trouble.
But I told you.
I know, Tyvis. You tell me a lot of things, and I'm resistant at first, and I come around eventually.
Yeah.
I don't understand what the spitting thing is about. I really don't. I don't know. What the part that I don't understand is why do you think that you're going to spit on somebody and then that's just going to be the end of it?
Well, I don't know
that's
either.
The part that catches like, what are you thinking?
Because one, like, all right, how many times have you seen a football game where two guys are yelling at each other and then one of them like shoves the other one and then a flag gets thrown and you get a penalty?
Yes.
Do you see guys getting thrown out of games for that?
No.
Right. So like, you could shove the guy, show him like, hey, which one? Well, I'm saying, but like, if you're somehow you're like insecure in your manhood and you have to like prove that you're tougher than this guy,
you know when you do
just
that,
push the guy.
No, you do that. When
you're playing the game?
Yeah, that'd be the time to do it. I've heard people crashing out. You know, I had a defensive coordinator by the name of Greg Williams who said that if you tell me you was check whoop A, he said I'd understand. He said if you go out there and you totally blow your assignment, but you came back and said, Coach, I was check whoop A. He said, you know what? I let it go.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good.
I let it go, meaning that you saw something and you just shot your shot.
Oh, okay.
If you say you was doing that, G-Dub said he wouldn't even be mad at you.
Okay.
So if you go out there and you say, like, I'm about to get at this dude, like, forget my assignment, I'm going to get at this dude, and you actually, like, beat him and dog him, that's no problem. But I wouldn't do it post, like, snap. Like, that don't make sense.
I just don't understand, like, not having been in a lot of fights, but certainly having been in places where people have been yelling at each other, never has my instinct been, you know what I want to do? I want to spit on this guy.
Well,
I've never even thought of that.
That's because you have sense. You know, in the real world, not on the football field, but in the real world.
I haven't played football like these guys.
In the real world, T-Bone, if you spit on somebody, you best be ready to fight to the death. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you. So I don't understand why, knowing that, why do they think that I'm going to spit on this guy and it's going to be the end of it? Like that part, I actually have a ton of respect for the people that get spit on and don't retaliate the way that they're supposed to. They actually keep their composure. Because me, I'd be in jail. Like, I'd be the first football player that gets arrested on the football field and get taken to jail.
Did you also see who kicked the game-winning field goal for South Florida?
Who?
His name is Nico Gramatica. And if you're saying, is that like
Gramatica.
Martin Gramatica?
Yes,
that's his kid. That's his son. Automatica, Gramatica. Yeah, baby. They're back.
So he's a future Brown.
Sure. Sign him up right now. He can make a kick in a pressure situation. That was on the road in the swamp, too.
And then look, back to the kicker thing. Like, it's, Jake Moody for the Niners. Yeah. Oh, he's terrible, too. Young Wei Koo missed the game-winning field goal.
Did you see? He missed that one for the Falcons, and they ended up losing to the Buccaneers, who also had, like, both those teams were, like, missing field goals, and it was bad. But did you see after the game, and, like, as soon as he lost it, like, he comes off the field, and he threw that helmet about as hard as I've ever seen someone throw a helmet.
Koo?
Yeah.
I didn't see
that. He threw the helmet down.
I was watching it. I seen him miss it. I said, yeah. And then when I seen Jake Moody miss, I was like,
yeah. It was going around yesterday, but that doesn't excuse it, and it's not good. Also, I will say with South Florida very quickly, keep an eye on this. This weekend, they have another they played Boise State to start the season, beat them. Right? Then they go to Florida, beat them.
And now
they play Miami. And it's weird because that's on the CW at 4:15. Not a normal
CW.
Yeah, because they have some ACC games.
Yeah, I see why everybody tried to get out of the ACC.
They had no idea, I'm sure, when they got that contract that they would end up with perhaps the best game of the day.
What is this? All American?
Yeah, right.
You do it on the CW.
But just watch out if you're Miami, because one of the common themes for South Florida, and I look at trends, Tyvis, you know this. I'm a big trends guy. Boise State, uniform color,
blue
features,
and
orange. Yeah. Florida, Gators, feature.
Blue and orange.
Guess what Miami's colors are?
Green and orange.
Orange. So I'm just saying, If you have orange in your color scheme and you play South Florida, watch your ass. If you're the Buckeyes, though, and if, let's say, South Florida gets to the playoffs, we're good. We'll be fine. We have no orange in our color scheme.
So right now, the spread is minus 16.5.
Oh, take the half. Take that. Take the points, baby. Take the points, South Florida.
Dylan, as our gambler, would you take South Florida with the points?
I mean, right now that sounds good, but I got to see what all the pros and the Joes are doing.
Yeah, that's fair. You got to watch the line.
But you mentioned Billy Napier being in trouble. Next few games for Florida. Number 3, LSU.
Yeah.
Number 5, Miami.
Yeah.
Number 7, Texas.
Yeah.
Number 16, Texas A&M.
Oh, that's their next 4 games.
Oh yeah,
he's fired. He fired in 2 weeks. He ain't gonna make it. He's not gonna make it.
I don't know if anybody's done this, but like when you start to think you might lose your job and you go to like, what is my LinkedIn password? Because I do not use that enough. Like Billy Napier right now, that email is in his inbox. It's like update your password.
Go ahead and update your resume. Yep. Go ahead and update your resume.
That dude, man. And by the way, real quick behind him, we don't have to spend a ton of time on this game. Oregon. Did you see them dog walk Oklahoma State? It was 69-3.
They had beef.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying
they had beef in that game.
I don't think Oklahoma State shouldn't have let Mike Gundy come back on the plane after you basically in the week before you say we're not even in the same tax bracket with those guys. We can't compete. And then that actually happens to you. I thought maybe there was a chance old Gundy had a trick up his sleeve where he's like slow playing it to the media. And then with the guys, he's like, dudes, we can do this. They
ain't got nobody.
No. When you're but that's who's that on? That's on him.
They ain't had no. Ollie Gordon was the last thing they had, and he stunk last year.
Mike Gundy should be fired. That's on principle. Like
he's a man. He's 40.
He should be fired.
We need him in college football.
Where are we at in society?
Where we're at,
want him fired.
Where we're at is update your LinkedIn and get ready to look for a job. And he probably, you know what? He'll be on TV in 2 seconds as soon as he gets done coaching. That I am for sure of. All right, 2 teams already have some big problems after 1 week in the NFL season. We'll talk about both of them next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good morning. We are still noticing a really big crash for folks in New Albany this morning. 161 westbound just past New Albany Road, looking a little bit restricted after a right lane is still blocked this morning, but looks like it's even more lanes going on here. We're down to 4 miles per hour with your travel times out here. Live looks here, looking at 1 lane we're down to for folks passing by this area. First responders still on scene. Got lots of cars involved. Hopefully everyone is okay this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days, warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Football season is here at Columbus, and Germain Toyota of Columbus has the winning plays. Drive home a brand new 2025 Tacoma SR5, just $269 a month for 36 months. 10,000 miles a year. Or power up with the Tundra, now just 1.75 APR for 72 months. Don't wait. These deals, they won't last long. Stop by Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road, or shop anytime at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota of Columbus. See dealer for details.
Hello, it's Robin Roberts here.
Hey guys, it's George Stephanopoulos here.
Hey everybody, it's Michael Strahan here. Wake up with Good Morning America.
Robin, George, Michael, GMA, America's favorite #1 morning show. The morning's first breaking news, exclusive interviews, what everyone will be talking about that day. Put some good in your morning and start your day with GMA.
Good Morning America.
Tomorrow morning starting at 7 on ABC6.
Sounding an alarm.
Did any of this have to happen?
No.
All new Tuesday, ABC 6 News continues to investigate the city's mandate to replace thousands of water meters in Columbus homes,
Nobody said that they could come and flood my house.
raising questions about who is doing the work,
You don't think constituents should be upset about this?
the hiring practices that are causing even more safety concerns.
Do you think our coverage exposed a lot about this company?
I think it's a good thing.
September 16th at 6 p.m.
Bob Yoakum, president of Rockford Homes, talks about what makes First Bank of Central Ohio different.
I would say it starts by caring. It starts by doing what you say you're going to do and following through on it. When you're talking about local, you're talking about relationships and people that matter to you. I don't care if that's personally or professionally.
Experience what it's like to be first at First Bank of Central Ohio. Visit fbcentralohio.com for more details. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Pub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
This is Ryan Krieger, and at Krieger Ford, we know life's busy. Let us handle your car care. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or have our technicians come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Big night in the NFL last night. The Bills came from behind. They were down big in the fourth quarter and yet found a way to beat the Ravens late, 41-40. You know what that score was, Tyvis?
What?
It's a little thing called a Scorigami. Never happened in the NFL before. There's
41-40.
Plenty of accounts that keep track of this. When there's a score that like no one has ever had before, it's a Scorigami. So that one was a Scorigami last night, among other things. It was also a tremendous comeback that I don't think anybody saw that coming. If you went to bed early, I can't blame you.
Well, you should blame me because I woke up this morning and to my surprise, the Bills won. I went to bed just knowing. I said, "Oh yeah."
What'd you see?
I said Baltimore's head and shoulders better. That rushing attack, Derrick Henry, they can't stop him. Joey Bosa was in a blender.
I felt bad for him.
He was frustrated. He couldn't figure out what to do. One play he's supposed to take Lamar, he don't. The running back go off. The next play he chasing the running back. Lamar pulls it and scores. He like, I don't know what to do.
That man was in hell.
I went to bed thinking, oh yeah, it's done. Like yeah, Baltimore won this.
When Collinsworth is openly calling you out on the broadcast and he tries to be friendly to everybody, but he was even like, I don't know about this one, guys.
He's a little love right now. They are working those balls.
Yeah, that's right. He was, I mean, it was bad. So I would like you. I thought Ravens have got this in the bag. They're on the road, sure, but they already.
Were up 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Dude. So it was 40-25 with 7:16 left. After that point, Josh Allen, 11 of 14, 166 yards and a touchdown through the air, 139.9 passer rating. He also had 7 rushing yards and another touchdown. So in the fourth quarter alone, he went 16-21 for 251 yards with a touchdown and a passer rating over 131. So, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. Like that's an MVP for you. That's what you're supposed to be, is coming into that level of guy.
Coming into this game, we thought that this was potentially the AFC Championship game. We thought that if you got 2 guys that's probably going to be in the MVP race, 2 guys who both have the most pressure coming into this season to win it all. And man, they showed up.
They both lived up.
I'm about to say the game lived up to the hype.
I wouldn't say their defenses lived up to it,
which is shocking to me, especially from Baltimore.
That Ravens defense down the stretch, what were they doing?
Yeah, they gave up a lot of leaky yardage. And I mean, like the Coleman touchdown was a fluke because he was throwing it to I think Dawson Knox,
and it
got tipped up, and Keon Coleman just made a play on it, so that was kind of fluky, but.
I mean, maybe I could give them the pass a little bit of, well, you're up so big, all you have to do is keep things in front of you. But then they didn't keep things in front of them, and they kept getting burned. And I didn't understand that. Now, neither of those teams have too much to worry about. My tease was that there are two teams that do have to worry about some stuff. Let's talk about them. Miami, Dolphins, bad. Got destroyed by the Colts.
He might not make it to. First of all, shout out to me because I told y'all about the Colts. Yeah, you believe in Danny Dimes? I just think they got a lot of playmakers over there.
You should take your victory lap on that.
They need somebody to steer the boat. Just steer the boat. 10-2. 10-2.
Dude, that offense. You're saying not their record is going to be 10-2 after 12 games. You're saying keep your hands on the wheel.
On the wheel. 10-2. Yeah,
no, but that honestly, that offense. I was thinking about that. Anthony Richardson isn't
he's a
distraught. Dude,
he's a bum.
If he isn't distraught after watching that game,
he's a bum, and I knew it.
All I have to do
is
be
Matty Ice? I like to know where Matty Ice is right now because I told him.
I'm just telling you, if I were watching that and I'm him, I'd say, man, all I have to do is be reasonably good for a first-round pick, and I could have this team. We could be like a playoff / Super Bowl contender if you had that. Daniel Jones looked like an all-world quarterback. So that's in part because that Colts offense is good. That Colts defense is really good. But my God, is that Dolphins team ass. They are the early contender for ass of the year in the NFL because that was week one.
They went out there. It started in the second quarter. We call that BTA.
Oh, yeah. It
Belt to a.
That's right. I know what you meant. I got it.
You mentioned Anthony Richardson. I know a couple of Colts fans, when stuff like this happens, they still throw up about Andrew Luck. They're like, oh, my gosh, if Andrew Luck was still here, we would have a dynasty again. We would be in the Peyton Manning era.
They should have protected him. That's the problem. They didn't protect him, so he said,
peace out.
I'm out.
Could you just imagine him with this offense, though?
Oh, my God.
It's sad for me to think about. We've all been robbed of greatness.
No, instead he's riding a bike out at Stanford helping them get drilled.
Yeah, what is he? Their general manager? Is that his proper title?
Whatever, man. He's enjoying his life.
What's crazy about Anthony Richardson? Somebody before the trade deadline, somebody going to trade for him.
That's stupid.
Somebody going to trade
please
for him.
Don't.
And it's going to be,
the
Browns. Who it's going to be?
What?
The Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, let me tell you,
they're
tonight.
They're going to look at JJ and be like, maybe we need to go get somebody else.
We loaded up the gambling clip this morning. We being me, because I went to the sites and I said, give me all the things that say J.J. McCarthy will be bad tonight. Because I am like, I bet if you don't think I bet a defensive special teams touchdown for the Bears tonight, I 100% did because I have no faith in him.
Well, this is what I will say. Due to fantasy reasons, I need Aaron Jones to not do anything. If Aaron Jones does a lot tonight, I'm a ball up like a fetus and cry myself to sleep tonight because
I guess fetuses ball up. I guess they're various stages.
If he gets 22 points in fantasy, I am going to cry.
By the way, I was talking about Scorigami. You would think 33-8 would be a score we've never had in the NFL. Wrong. You know when the last time it was? One other time in NFL history, the Scorigami Twitter account had this. It apparently was the Patriots, Tom Brady's Patriots, beating the Raiders back in 2017 in Mexico. That is the only time. So technically 33-8 was the first time we've ever had that score in the United States for an NFL game. But in NFL games all over the world, we have had one more of those. So shout out to the Scorigami people.
That people keep tabs on.
I know it is. I like that. All right. I said there were two teams that should be worried. We told you one of them, the Dolphins, because that was. I mean, I didn't have high expectations, but their expectations should be very low at this point. We will talk about the other team that did not have a good day yesterday. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still following a couple of crashes this morning. The newest one happening over by Worthington, 315, that southbound direction at Hard Road. A left lane is currently blocked out there. We are also noticing a crash still this morning over by Bryce on the east side, 270 southbound, just past 70. Right lane still blocked this morning, but a tow truck just arrived on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Right now in Washington, there's a fight going on to make life more affordable and bring back American jobs. Some play politics and some want to get things done. Senator John Husted is cutting through the noise, putting Ohio first. The new tax bill delivers for working families and helps small businesses hire and grow right here in Ohio. Tell John Husted, keep fighting for Ohio families and small businesses. Paid for by Senate Opportunity Fund.
Come into your local AAA Tire and Auto Service and save up to $30 on auto repair with the AAA Triple Play. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer valid through September 30th. See store for details.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling, 1-800-COOLING.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Scotty Vegas here. Smartest bet of the season? Bet on yourself. I needed a weight loss plan that fit into real life. Tailgates, road trips, kids' nights, and still lets you eat. Week 1 with Awaken 180, I was down 6. By the end, 45 pounds gone. That's with wings, chili, meatballs, sausages, all the good stuff. It's the tailgate transformation. Structure, coaching, and food that tastes like a win. Make the smart play. Start your tailgate transformation at awaken180weightloss.com.
This sports report brought to you by Bet365. Football is back. Get ready for the season at Bet365. When it comes to sports books, Bet365 has it all. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone for Window Nation. Did you know right now, the time we are in, that is the best time of year to buy new windows? Yeah, whether you have old drafty windows or the cheap ones that came with your house, September is the perfect month to protect your home against cold, snowy weather. And let's be honest, it's going to get hot later next year anyway, so you want it for then too. Year-round savings with energy-efficient windows from Window Nation, that's one of the best offers they have. But now this month, they have an even better offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. And if you're a Buckeye fan, you've got another reason to buy, because Window Nation will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game if you purchase a whole home full of windows. Trusted company, a reasonable price, go Bucks, it's all there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. No interest, no payments until 2027. WindowNation.com or 866-90-NATION to get your free quote today. That's 866-90-NATION or WindowNation.com. Go Bucks.
When it comes to protecting your business, whether it's your staff, property, or assets, don't make a crucial mistake by contracting companies that provide subpar and unprofessional service. What you need is a security partner known for their unwavering professionalism and unmatched reliability. You need Event Risk. Event Risk is a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company that not only specializes in on-site guarding, but also offers armed security associates and executive protection agents. Event Risk, elite protection for your peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Eric Rose, CEO and founder of Event Risk Security Services. We are a U.S.-based, veteran-owned company providing protection services and consulting to Fortune 500 corporations, movie studios, celebrities, and high-net-worth individuals. If you're tired of fluff margins with low compensation for poor-quality security officers and an endless revolving door of vendor staffing, then give us a try. For virtually the same cost, we can then address what keeps you up at night.
Visit eventriskinc.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Opening weekend for the NFL did not disappoint. We'll start with the classic Sunday night football matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The Ravens dominated most of this game and were up 15 with just under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's when Josh Allen and the Bills offense went to work, putting together 3 scoring drives, including a Matthew Prater field goal with time expiring to win the game 41-40. In the Battle of Ohio, the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Cleveland Browns 17-16. Both offenses struggled in the game, but Browns kicker Andre Schmidt missed a couple of kicks wide right in the second half, including a 36-yard field goal that would have put the Browns up late. The Bengals would go on to win 17-16. This update was sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. We all love the word free, so does Awaken 180. Medication free, side effect free, and free support for life. Awaken180weightloss.com.
The best thing about watching football this weekend, talking football on Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet the program at Bone and Tyvis 971. Actually, you want to go to that Twitter handle now because today I have 2 tickets to give away to Buckeye Country Superfest. Buckeye Country Superfest returns to Ohio Stadium Saturday, June 13th. That is next year, of course. Next year's lineup includes Tyler Childers, the Red Clay Strays, Lord Huron, and more. Tickets go on sale this Friday, September 12th at 10 a.m. For more info, BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com. Here's where I'm going to give these tickets away. I want you to go on our Twitter handle, at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter/X. Tell us who you think was the most impressive of the young players that don't normally start for the Buckeyes. Who impressed you the most and why from this last week's game where the Buckeyes rolled Grambling 70-0? The best one of those? Well, good news. You'll get to go to the shoe with 2 tickets to see Buckeye Country Superfest. So go there now at Bone and Tyvis 971 and let us know what you think. 2 teams that should have some concern after 1 week of the NFL season. You could say the Browns, but that's every year. I don't think that's like that's not like surprising per se. But the Lions, I think, have a little bit of concern. Wouldn't you after that game? Because I watched all that Packers-Lions game, and you can look at the final score and say, oh, wasn't that far off. No, it was not a competitive football game. Green Bay dominated Detroit after that. It's one game, but that was not a good showing for them.
I that didn't shock me. I know a lot of people were shocked by that. That one didn't shock me because I knew you lost your OC and your DC. Mm-hmm. So you essentially got new guys in there. And, people typically like to promote within the program because they've been around it or they've seen the scheme. They've been in meetings. So we want to run the same stuff because it's been successful. So we want to keep that going. So we just hire somebody within. And I've never really been a huge fan of that component because, like, for example, Ben Johnson, right? He's the OC. He was the OC. He's now the head coach with the Bears. But Ben Johnson, it was his offense. He designed that offense. He came up with the offense. He was the guy that knew how to do things. When a defense did something, he knew how to offset it, how to make those adjustments to fix whatever it is, to counter whatever the defense is doing. When you're promoting a guy who just studied it, he might not know all the ins and outs of it. So like, to me, it was like, my example of this is when the Buckeyes had Jeff Hafley for that 1 year, and then Kerry Combs came and became the DC, and he tried to run the same thing that Jeff Hafley did. It was things that Jeff knew because I was with him in San Fran. Like, that's all we did. Like, he knew everything about that defense inside and out. Like, when we played Alabama, and in the championship game, and we had a linebacker on Devontae Smith. It was like, what are you doing? Like, if it was Hafley, Half would have known that you could take your safety and make him the hook player and make your linebacker the flats player, so that way you won't be in that. To where Coach Combs kind of didn't know that and just played the regular thing out, and that's what led to those things. I say all that to say, I think that's what's going on with the Lions right now. These guys don't know the full inside and out of the schemes that they're running. They just trying to go off of what they did last year. And teams, you can't give a team an off season to figure out what you're doing. They've prepared for it. They know how to counter it now. And if you don't have a way to counter their counter, games like this is going to happen. So it's going to take some time.
Yeah. Totally agreed.
This is Reaction Monday, and for all those reasons that Tyvis just gave, my hot take for today is that the Lions Super Bowl window is officially closed.
Well,
they should have won it last year. They had all those injuries. Sorry about your luck. It's Green Bay's time in that division now. Lions window closed. Sorry about your luck, Detroit fans. I know you just got started winning after years and years of losing. Well, it's about to go back the other way.
You picked them to win the division?
No, I picked them to be a wild card team, and I might jump off of that bandwagon.
I picked them to be a wild card.
I think we all kind of said it, though, when we were looking at our NFL picks for the season. I think we all kind of said Packers are probably better. My thought was that the Lions will start off slow. Well, they definitely did. But my thought was that eventually they will figure some of that stuff out that you're talking about, Tyvis, with their coordinators, and they will get back to some of what they did last year and still make the playoffs and all that. I don't know. After watching them, again, it's 1 week. They didn't look great. So to your point, if it turns out to be more of a, oh yeah, we're wearing dad's clothes like as a kid, where you go like pull your dad's shirt, I'd be like, look, I'm going to work, and it's like, no, that looks silly on you. If that's what these coordinators are doing now in Detroit, where they're trying to run other guys' stuff and they don't really know how to do it, that's a problem. Meanwhile, Steelers, they got their first look at what they're going to be like with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, and turns my stomach to say it, but 4 touchdowns later and a win on the road, Aaron Rodgers looks just fine against what was supposed to be a pretty good Jets defense, featuring one of those Lions coordinators as head coach now. But in either case, they got the job done.
It turns my stomach to
makes
say
me,
it.
as soon to be fired head coach Mike Gundy once famously said, makes me want to puke. Like that's just, ugh. But whatever. The Steelers, yet again, they go out, find another quarterback, and they, oddly enough, had a kicker who, when it came time for them to need some kind of kick to win a game,
Chris Boswell,
he actually hit.
You know what's crazy?
The field goal that he needed for his team to win. What a unique thing that is.
It was from 60.
Did you hear Mike Tomlin's quotes after the game about that?
He said something about.
I got it for you right here.
Post.
Listen to this. This is Mike Tomlin. I've never heard a coach talk about his kicker like this ever.
I can't say enough about Boz. Man, our kicker is a serial killer. Man, he got a low pulse rate. He can't wait to deliver.
That's almost a bar. Like that just feels like that belongs in a song. That's a very high compliment. What would Kevin Stefanski say about Andre Schmidt or whatever his name is, the dude who missed PAT in the field goal?
They asked him about it, and he goes to, I don't control those things right now. We got to go back and we got to watch the tape, and we got to. We'll let the guys upstairs handle those type of decisions.
We have that in the system too, if you want to hear that.
Do you? Oh yeah, go ahead. Let's play that. I'm sure, because the difference between he's a serial killer, he's got a low pulse rate, he's ready for the moment, all that stuff. Kevin Stefanski, I'm sure, had just a great soundbite about how good his kicker is.
I think what he was asked exactly is if they would make a change at kicker.
Okay.
I'm not there, Daniel, on those type of things. Points are at a premium, obviously, so that's frustrating. Andre's had a really, really good camp. He's done a nice job for us. So I'm not there, though.
Andre has a high pulse rate. He is if Boz is a serial killer, then Andre Schmidt is a Walmart greeter, I think is what you might say. Like,
what if
they're very different, these two guys?
Let me ask you this. How would you feel if they rolled this week with Andre Schmidt and he kicks a game winner against Baltimore?
Why do you ask? I would be thrilled to see him kick field goals that win games. That's all we want.
So you'd be back on board with Andre Schmidt.
This is a weird thing about me.
Sad.
No, it's not.
I feel bad for kickers. I do. I
don't feel bad.
You miss a couple kicks and it's off with their head. Like,
I don't feel
bad. That. And it's just like, man.
I mean, here's
kickers matter.
KLM. Kickers lives matter. Sure. All right, get the wristbands, print them up. Let's go. Listen, here's what I want for Andre Schmidt or anybody else who plays for my team. I want them to do their job, and when it matters most, kickers, you have a weird job. You go at practice, Tyvis. Do the kickers get to do they do all the drills you do when you were playing?
No.
Do they go off to their own little field and piddle around and learn how to lift weights, and then they go kick for half an hour, and that's pretty much their day, right?
Something like that.
Okay, great.
We do special teams drills somewhere in the first 5 periods. After that, they're done. You can do what you want.
You have a very specialized job that can pay you millions of dollars if you're reasonably good at it. And I I can't stress this enough. Stop calling this Browns kicker that missed these, because I saw this all. He's a Lou Groza award winner. Yeah, in 2018 when he was a freshman at Syracuse. And then how'd the rest of his time there go? Not great. And then he wasn't in the NFL for 2 years.
T-Bone, it was his first.
I'm nervous. What about me? I'm nervous watching these guys. Every time we go to line up for a kick as a Browns fan, I'm like, oh, God, I'm that meme of that quarterback that's from Oklahoma State or whoever. His hands were shaking. Oregon State. His hands were shaking. That's me.
I can't wait till pro football or whoever puts it out. The Browns tried out these kickers today. I'm going to laugh.
Oh,
I'm going to just laugh.
You know what? If Dustin Hopkins' name is on the list, that's going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
If he looks at his phone and goes, looky here.
The good news is they're already paying him, so like he got a dead cap hit. I think it's only like 3 or 4 million though. So I mean, if you brought him back,
I'm not even trying to because the Browns we know bad, but like the Bengals were bad too. And I don't blame you if you're a Bengals fan waking up today going like, yeah, I'm glad we won. That's good to start off the season 1-0, but I don't feel right about this team. They don't look great. The offensive line still looks like a problem. I don't get the play calling. No. I think that's fair.
Wait a minute. Now, the offensive line was fine. The first drive of the game where they went down and just scored, they bullied the Browns.
Okay,
we're not going to act like
and
that.
Then how about that time where they both, like the Red Sea parted and they let Myles Garrett launch himself from like 8 yards into Joe Burrow's ear hole.
But it's Myles, though.
Yeah, but they didn't even chip him. No one even saw him. That's not good. That's not good for the health of your quarterback.
That's what we call a tactical error.
I would say so. Yes, that goes on coaching. That goes on that offense. I'm saying, Bengals fans, I don't mean to make it all about the Browns' problems. That wasn't a great performance from you either. But the Browns.
You know why the Bengals is fine?
Why?
Because they 1-0 and they won a division game.
You know what?
Game.
That's right.
This is the first time in years that they've started the season off 1-0.
I'm just pointing out in a contest where two teams looked like they were vomiting all over themselves, the Browns did it slightly worse. And so they lost and the Bengals won.
I can't believe
nobody won that game. The Bengals, the Browns gave the Bengals that game. The Bengals tried to give it to the Browns, and the Browns were like, thank you very much. We're going to now kick this into the moon, but not through the uprights. So that was
can't catch.
And then we're giving away, yeah. Steelers, by the way, they had their play where they ping-ponged it off of each other, ended up catching it, going on and kicking the field goal. The Browns, we ping-ponged it into the other people's hands.
I wish I could tell you how Cedric Tillman started off his press conference with what he said. It's hilarious.
What did he say? Well, you can't say that. I missed it.
No, because you would have to have known somebody else in the locker room to know what he said. He just said that he hearts.
I don't know what that means. He hearts.
I heart.
What? I don't. Dylan, do you understand whatever's going on here?
I can't translate what's going on with Tyus. Right?
Huh?
You know what that is.
Well, what you're making is like up in the chest area.
Yes.
Is that where?
Yes.
That's what he said?
Yeah. He said, I'll take any questions.
Okay.
That's how he started. It's hilarious.
That's bizarre.
I don't know why he has this sense of humor after a loss, but it was hilarious to me.
That's great. Good job. I'm glad we're making memes after another heart-wrenching loss for all of Northeast Ohio and all of the rest of Browns Kingdom, whatever. Great. What did Ryan Day have to say after Ohio State defeated Grambling? You'll hear from the head coach next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Well, we are looking really busy out on the roads right now after a couple crashes. The biggest one happening in Etna this morning, 70 westbound, just past 310. Shoulders are currently blocked, and live looks at our traffic cams. Definitely looking busy out there. Lots of congestion, delays, and slowdowns because of it. Very active scene out here. A right shoulder is blocked out here. Looks like a couple cars were involved. Hopefully everyone is okay, but if you are heading towards this area, make sure to pack the patience. Crews still on scene. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Is your money just lying around? Switch to Huntington Bank, and your money's always doing something. Like auto savings for special events, tracking your teen spending, and helping protect your parents from fraud. Let's get more from money. Switch to Huntington Bank. Welcome. Eligibility requirements apply. Some features may require enrollment.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Pub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at hinderermotorcompany.com.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of the biggest reasons people get new windows, Wilson, is that old windows make for an uncomfortable house with crazy high roller coaster energy bills.
Leslie, people love being uncomfortable on roller coasters. The ups, the downs, the gurgling in your stomach because you had 5 corn dogs before getting on.
Did that happen to you, Wilson?
What? No.
Get the windows that can completely change the look and feel of your home at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, summer's almost over, and I'm sure you've been limping around on a bad knee, a hip, a back. Maybe it's a shoulder. It called the shots all summer long. Well, I'm telling you, you don't need to take that into the fall, and you definitely don't need to take it into 2026. The answer is here for you now. It's QC Kinetics right here in Columbus. I should know. I got it done about 5 years ago with my knee, and it has felt great ever since. It's natural regenerative medicine. They're not going to cut anything out of your body. They're not going to dull the pain. They're going to have their treatments restore and regenerate your body so your body can heal itself. Do what it is meant to do. No drugs, no surgery, no downtime. Just a smarter, natural way to heal your body. So go check them out. Bring your MRI, bring your x-rays, QC Kinetics. You can set up your free consultation online at qckinetics.com/Columbus or give them a call at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Be sure to check them out today.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
The Ohio Lottery's new $5 scratch-off Win Big has a top prize of $100,000. And with the Ohio Lottery app, all non-winning tickets can be entered into a My Lotto Rewards second chance promotion to win Cleveland or Cincinnati football tickets or even a trip to football's biggest game. And that's more exhilarating than a cooler of sports drink dumped on you. So exhilarating. Win big from the Ohio Lottery. A celebration waiting to happen. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A very crisp and chilly start to our new week. You might need a light jacket or sweater, but you'll need your sunglasses this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine in the forecast and highs in the mid-70s. For tonight, another crisp evening ahead. Lows will get down into the 40s with more sunshine in the forecast for Tuesday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
We are your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah? The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
7:45, we will tell you our overachievers of the week. Give you some of the names who popped over the weekend. 8:30, we'll talk to our guy Joshua Perry. Recap everything that happened with the Buckeyes, college football with him. Ryan Day talked after the game, where, of course, Ohio State dominated Grambling 70-0. He had a lot to say about quite a few things, but here is Ryan Day talking about Julian Sayin getting more opportunities with the offense.
Yeah, you saw a lot more RPOs. You saw a lot of the things coming out of his hand. We actually started to drive. I think maybe we were inside the 10, 20-yard line where we took a shot early and hit it. Down in the red zone, we were throwing it. We were really forcing the issue down there. And, the more we're putting in his hands to manage the game. And I thought he did a nice job. There was one time where they did a nice job on defense of running to a coverage that there was nothing there, and he scrambled and made like 3 yards, 2nd and 7. That's good. That's good football. Didn't throw it into a crowd. I thought the first throw he made for the touchdown to Will was a really good throw. We talk all the time, if the defender's back's turned, he's wide open, and he 1-inched it right over the top of him, and Will made a great catch. But again, the timing, the spacing, all of that was crisp, and so we can build off of that.
Yeah. I mean, that was what I wanted to pay attention to. This was like a CJ Stroud type of game for him. He looked at it like the fact that CJ and Justin Fields, for that matter, was very, when you talk about stats, I think they were the first ones to throw more touchdowns than incompletions in the game. And when I first heard them doing that, I was like, that's absurd. And same thing when you see Julian Sayin. I mean, he's very accurate. When he got his mind made up and nowhere to go with the ball, he throws a really, really good ball. Now, again, it's Grambling State, so the receivers is going to win more times than not. But I thought that his accuracy was really, really good. He was putting the ball in spots that only his guys can get it. And like the Cardinal Tate touchdown, like that was incredible. That was a great pass and obviously even a better catch by Cardinal. But yeah, Julian Sayin, he looks the part to me. I can't wait till we get into conference play to see, because the Texas game, like I said, they kind of put him they kept the training wheels on.
They do what they had to do to win the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now that we keep going through the season, when we get to the Big Ten schedule, which is next game after this one.
Yeah, right. Washington
but I think
after the
off.
Ohio game.
Ain't it a bye week?
You have Ohio bye week and then Washington. Yeah.
So when they get to Washington, it's time to rev it up. I want to see if he can continue to still have the same type of effect on the game, because quarterbacks is going to be the big difference in a lot of these games, and his play is going to be what dictates them winning or losing. So if he could continue to play like this and keep his confidence up and guys is running open, he can hit them in stride, we could beat anybody.
Yeah. Running game obviously everything looked better because it's Grambling, right?
Yeah.
But here is Ryan Day talking about how the running backs did.
I thought that everyone was running hard. But, what we want to see is guys breaking tackles and then, creating explosive runs. And I think there were some in there. I think there's some other ones that maybe we can look at to say, okay, how can we do this a little bit better? How can we, break some of these tackles as we're getting to the second level? But when you're a running back, you're not tackled a whole bunch in preseason. So, CJ's probably the most experienced out of the group. Well, he is. And then James, hasn't run a ton in a game, and Bo and Isaiah certainly haven't in college games. So it's going to be great to get on this film and use this as a learning experience.
The running game to me is the biggest question mark. It's not the offensive line, but the running backs particularly, because I told you last year I thought that was the biggest difference on why they were able to win it, because the Buckeyes can beat you running the ball or passing the ball. I, to this day, don't have that answer with the run game. Are these running backs good enough to completely win us a game? If we went up against Washington or Minnesota and they sold out on the pass, could we beat them strictly just running the ball? Last year, absolutely. This year, I don't know that answer. And until we get that answer, it's very hard for me to pick them to win again. I think at some point you're going to have to run the ball, especially when you get later in the season, because bodies are beat up. You have to have an ability to run the ball.
Yeah. One more from Ryan Day. He was talking about freshman Riley Pettijohn, who really shone on the defensive side of the football. Here is that comment.
Yeah, you want to see how guys respond. Typically, you fall back to the level of your training. We talk about that all the time, but we've seen Riley in practice do some really good things, but you want to put him in the game to see how he responds. And when you see him make plays like that, in his first time on the field, it's a great sign for a young player.
I don't know. He, to me, looked great. Like everything you want from a young player, there's a lot of instinct right there. Like he knows what to do. Now it's about, him fitting in. And there's just a lot of talent on his defense. So you may not see him on the field that much, but just get ready for the future.
There is an old saying, something about if the dog will bite as a puppy, then it'll bite as an adult. So you throw him in there, you find out as a young guy, I don't think he shies away. He like him a little contact. As a linebacker, I was smiling. He filled the gap on one play, and I just started smiling like, yeah, he don't have it all. Yeah. And as a linebacker, you can't be in. You got to be a little bit insane. You got to be a little bit, and he definitely has that in him. And I love the fact that he had the fumble recovery to the house. So yeah, this guy, he is definitely a future. I remember when I saw him when I did that camp, that Care Source camp with Cardell at the facility. He pulled up. They had Arvell Reese, and then he came in. And I'm like, when did these linebackers get this size? Like, they both bigger than me. And I'm 6'3", 250. They look like they way bigger than me. So I'm like, yeah, these dudes is the real deal. And I can't wait to, continue to see him grow. And with James Laurinaitis, this is a cheat code anyway. So, he's going to be the real deal.
Some other teams around the Big Ten, I did check in on Iowa State, affectionately known as El Assico. They call it the Cy Hawk Trophy game that they play for. Iowa State beat Iowa 16-13. Their all-world kicker for Iowa State, Kyle Conradi, hit a field goal to win it at the end. But let's talk about Mark Gronowski, the quarterback that Iowa brought in from, I want to say South Dakota State, where he was like lighting it up, doing a whole bunch of stuff. Did you see the numbers for this kid? I don't mean that in a good way.
I didn't see. I could only guess. Now,
13 for 24, 83 yards. What happens at Iowa? Why do they go out and get these guys in the portal? It's like, yeah, we're going to bring this dude in. He's going to fix the offense. And then they come in and it's just a wet, gross fart is all you hear from them. Just terrible.
One thing is, one, you can't get no receivers there. Well, didn't we get somebody? Didn't they take one of our receivers?
Maybe. What I do know is Iowa always has a bunch of dudes that end up in the NFL. They are really good at developing players who can play football and seem to do it well at the next level. But when Kirk Ferentz gets a hold of you, he's like, listen, all the exciting things you do, I want you to throw those in the garbage. And what I want you to do is look across the line, find someone to hit, and then focus only on doing that. Don't focus on actually playing football. And let our quarterback, let's not even have him throw. Let's give him the most generic offense possible. I don't understand.
Do you think it's sad that I want them to lose every game?
Who, Iowa?
Yeah.
No.
You know why?
Why do you want them to lose every game?
Because if he wins one more, he breaks Woody's record.
Oh, well, he didn't win this weekend.
I don't want him to get the record.
No, I don't want him to get it either. I don't like the fact that he gets to hang around and be mediocre for 20 years because Iowa has no expectations. Then he gets to pass one of the greatest coaches of all time.
They're 1,000% breaking the record this week.
I know, but who are they playing?
UMass.
Yeah, okay. Again, speaking of ass.
Yeah.
There you go. Putting the ass in UMass every year. All I'm saying is, man, like, that just sucks that, like, they're going to do all this crap about how great of a coach Kirk Ferentz is. And the only reason is because he coached for 1 billion years. That's why he's got all these games won. It's not the same as, Woody Hayes actually had to win games in a very different time. And I just don't know, man. I don't like Kirk Ferentz. I'm not a fan of his. I don't think he does any good for that program, but he's never going away. He's gonna coach there until he decides to retire or whatever.
Meat Sweats wants us to know that the last time the Bengals started 1-0, they went to the Super Bowl.
Oh, there we go. Great. So they're back.
I want Meat Sweats to know that the Bengals are probably closer to the Browns than they are the two teams that played last night, the Ravens and the Bills.
Watching that game, was that not like watching like college versus high school? Like watching Browns Bengals was like watching a low-level high school game. And then I watched parts of that Ravens Bills game before I went to bed, and I'm like, oh, this ain't even the same sport. These are two different teams right here.
I think that
at least in the first half, then in the second half, the defenses went to sleep, and then it looked very similar.
Is the defense overrated? Did we overrate their defense?
Well, that Ravens defense?
Yeah.
I mean,
they looked fine until the second half of the fourth quarter.
Yeah. They just decided
after that.
I don't know if that was scheme or what that was, but it was
crap their pants.
It was bad. Speaking of the Browns and Bengals, I have a stat from that game that is very hard to believe. At least if you're me, I'll tell you about it in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, we are still noticing a few crashes out there, including one in Worthington, 315 southbound at Hard Road. Left lane currently blocked. The biggest one, though, is going to be for us folks in New Albany this morning. This is 161 westbound, just past New Albany Road. A crash out there. Right lane still blocked this morning, down to 3 miles per hour for your travel times. Still pretty active out there, causing congestion from that crash site all the way to past 161 and 62, that intersection out there. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
It's the Ohio Lottery's all-new $520 or $100 scratch-off. With 3 simple cash prizes, it'll have you saying, "Wow, that's what I call winning." With tracks like and the anthem celebrating the first of its kind $2 ticket. The $520 or $100 scratch-off is an absolute hit. Ohio Lotto's got the good. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $300 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spread, totals, player props.
$300 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. TNC Supply in-app only.
It's always a good day at the Nationwide Children's Hospital Championship. September 18th through 21st at the Scarlet Course. PGA Tour's rising stars compete, Hub 13 drink specials, and more. Get free tickets today at ncc-golf.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You can tweet us at Bone and Tyvis 971. I've got 2 tickets to Buckeye Country Superfest, which starts up next June 13th at the Shoe, featuring Tyler Childers, the Red Clay Strays, Lord Huron, and more. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. For more information, BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com. How do you win the 2 tickets? Well, you go to at Bone and Tyvis 971. This morning, we will pick one of these tweets, one of the people tweeting us. We want to know who you thought was the most impressive from the Buckeyes win of the young players. So some of the guys who got into the game later, who was the most impressive to you? At Bone and Tyvis 971. Best one of those wins the Buckeye Country Superfest tickets. Good luck. So
you got 2 tickets to paradise.
They may sing that song. It's not necessarily any of those bands' wheelhouse, but sure, they could.
They could cover it.
They could cover it. Why not?
It's a classic.
Yeah. So here's a stat per Yahoo Sports that I found interesting. The Bengals managed just 7 yards of offense in the second half of that game.
Yep.
That is unbelievable to me. That the Browns somehow managed to lose the game where you didn't allow essentially first down yardage by the time it's all said and done. Now, I believe that's net yardage technically, but either way, that is Joe Burrow averaged less than 5 yards an attempt in that game. He threw for 113 yards. Part of that was because the Browns didn't let him have the football.
This is exactly
that's what they should have done.
Everything that you saying, all you doing is proven the people that say that the Browns are cursed case right.
I don't think the Browns are cursed. I actually don't.
You know how many calls we got about them being cursed and they got to sell the team?
That lets it, you know what?
Sell the team.
Maybe. But you know what? Here's the thing. That lets the idiots that run this team off the hook. Because I don't like it when we say that the Browns made a decision at kicker. And what did they do? They brought in a guy who hadn't kicked professionally in the NFL ever. And then knowing full well it's game 1, this is a tone setter for your team. These games with the Bengals are always weird. You can often see these games going either way. Regardless of the records, that little rivalry tends to make it weird. They bring in a kicker who had no experience and then are shocked when that guy misses 2 vital attempts that he needed that could have helped you win the game, especially obviously the chip shot.
My question for that is, would Dustin Hopkins have made it?
I don't know.
No,
and you're right.
No,
See,
no, he would have did the same.
But here's the thing: it's not a dichotomy where it's only Dustin Hopkins or Andre. My name is spelled weird Schmidt. Like it's. There are a billion other kickers out there. They could look what the Bills did. The Bills went out and they got Matt Prater off his couch. He was coaching like junior high football. He said he had to give the game plan to another one of the assistant coaches so he could hop a red eye on Thursday. And then what is he doing Sunday night? He's kicking a game-winning field goal for a team he barely met. Like that's a thing you could do. Matt Prater, does he have any experience in the NFL? Oh, just like hundreds of games of kicking. You could have gone and got someone like
41
that.
41 years old.
Instead, they went out.
Can I interest you in Cade York?
You can interest me in anyone who can make
Gonzalez.
a kick. Why do we have to go? I was going to say, why do we have to go with guys that all played for the Browns?
Well, they're all free agents.
Yeah, what a shock! What a shock! You don't see, this organization doesn't prioritize kickers. They don't prioritize
Cade York in like the 4th round.
Right, and then they made that mistake, and then they said never again.
He had everybody's hearts when he won the game against Baker.
I know.
What was it, 56 or 58 yarder? First career regular season game.
Maybe it's time to talk to old Bubba Ventrone, who runs the kick. You know, he's the special teams coordinator.
His fault, huh?
I mean, it's between him and Kevin Stefanski. They make these calls on who's going to be the kicker.
Siebert.
Yeah, sure.
Eddie Pinheiro.
The Browns aren't cursed. You know what it is, guys.
What is it?
Them losing. It's part of the script.
It's the script.
NFL
That's
is
right.
fixed,
Here
and we need
Yeah.
this kind of dialogue around the Browns. It's all a part of the script, guys.
Yeah, it's something like that. What I know is this Browns organization, like I said earlier, Bengals fans, I don't think you feel good about this. You feel good about winning. I don't blame you for that. But all the concerns you have about, is this offensive line good? Are we going to be able to protect Joe Burrow? Did you see the shots he was taking yesterday? That one where Myles Garrett, he literally looked like Superman launching. And I mean, it was a legal hit, but it's about on the borderline of legal that you get. He destroyed Joe Burrow. I've never seen a human hit another human being so hard where money or like a love interest was not involved, because he annihilated Joe Burrow. Anybody else would be in the hospital. Joe Burrow got up and dusted himself off, continued to play, but they let Myles Garrett have a free shot on the franchise.
I said,
how do you do that?
I said in the pregame that what I wanted the Browns to do is not like they were going to get sacks. I knew they'd get sacks on Joe Burrow because that always happens. They wanted to get strip sacks. That would have been the key. Get the strip sack. Oh, by the way, Greg Zuerlein. What did you like?
Oh, Greg Zuerlein. Let's go.
You think you like him?
Why not? I like anyone with a pulse who can kick, who can actually make a field goal.
Matt McCrane. I'm still looking at him. Michael Bagley.
Sure. Call them all. Bring them in.
Greg
Let's go.
Joseph.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you right now, you can say this Browns team is cursed, and there is some of that feels right, because it wasn't just the kick. You had the two interceptions that happened from Browns players getting their hands on a ball that was thrown within the catch radius for an NFL player, and they ended up putting it right in the hands of a Bengals player. That didn't happen once, it happened twice.
Yeah.
And if you watch that Steelers-Jets game where Aaron Rodgers played great, all credit to him, he looked awesome. But also, they had a play in that game late in the fourth quarter where they're down driving and they need that field goal from their serial killer kicker, as Mike Tomlin called him. And they drive down, and it's DK Metcalf does the same thing. It goes off his hands. It bounces between two Steelers wide receivers. Jets players are there. Instead of it falling in the Jets players' hands, it falls back into Metcalf's hands. He catches it, and they keep going, and they go on and score the game-winning field goal. The Browns don't do that because they're the Browns. And I get why it feels cursed. But there was a part of me watching that game last night, or yesterday afternoon.
Curses.
Listen, when they had the ball, because then the Bengals, got stopped and had to punt it. After the missed field goal, Bengals punted, and of course it rolls down to the 1. So the Browns have 35 seconds and 99 yards to go.
Yep.
99 yards and a score ain't one. That's not going to happen.
They're not living right.
I was talking with my buddy, and he's like, what do you think the Browns are going to do here? I was like, what they should do is Joe Flacco should just step out of the back of the end zone and end my misery, because I know how it's going to go. I just want him to just end it now. I'm done. So bad.
It was done when the interception happened.
Of course it was. Yes, I know.
In the chat, they hilarious. Evan says the Browns receivers can't even drop a pass the right way.
No. This is us, man. This is Cleveland. This is the Cleveland Browns. And you are wasting I guess you're not wasting it, right? Myles Garrett had a chance this offseason. He put his foot down and said, I want out of here. I don't believe in the plan. And then he said, oh, wait, never mind.
And you know, the sad thing is people faulted him. People was like, oh, why would you want to do that?
Have you seen this organization? And look, Joe Flacco was fine yesterday. Anyone who thinks Joe Flacco looked like, oh, man, yeah, there's the answer at quarterback. No, this guy is not throwing the ball the same way he did 2 years ago. I will be shocked if he gets better over the course of the season. It will give his wide receivers a chance to actually make plays. But then look how that went yesterday. You cannot blame Browns fans. I just want to point this out. Don't blame your Browns fans who are just like mad about football or cynical about life. This is what this team does to us, okay? Let us in. That's what we have. That's all we have. Until they prove otherwise, let us just have this moment where we say, yeah, of course this happened.
Don't worry, Dylan Gabriel will be in there in week 5 when they play the Vikings in London.
And by the way,
Gabriel,
I hope Joe Flacco or Dylan Gabriel, or if it's, I know they said he's not going to, but even if it's Shedeur Sanders.
Wrist up.
Deshaun Watson?
No.
Okay.
No.
He'll be eligible. He'll be eligible week 8.
I already know what's going to happen with that. That's going to be like, they're going to go through all the quarterbacks. They're all going to be bad or get hurt. And then Deshaun Watson's Achilles will have healed, and they're going to say, good news, we also signed Justin Tucker, and it'll be week 10, and then we're just going to have the massage table team for the rest of the time. Good. That's yay.
What if they win in games? What if
organization.
What if Deshaun Watson and Justin Tucker comes back and they win games?
Then win their games, and as soon as you can get rid of them, get rid of them. They haven't even signed Justin Tucker, and I'm already preparing myself for it.
They've already stood and took all the bullets. What's one more? They might as well go all in with this thing.
What a stupid team. God. Anyway, congrats to the Bengals. Enjoy the rest of the season where you have to play real organizations for the rest of the way. But this one, well, you do get to play the Browns again. So there's that. So I don't know how the rest of your season will go. I do know after this first game, congratulations on not vomiting on your own body as much as the Browns did for the course of this game. Congratulations on that. Overachiever of the week is coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and welcome to your Monday. We are noticing a couple of crashes out there, especially over on the east side. 70 eastbound, just past 270. A right lane is currently blocked, and further out east for folks in Etna, not looking too good this morning. If you're taking 70 in that westbound direction, heading into the city this morning, be aware of some slowdowns. Just past 310, we are noticing a crash out there. Shoulders are currently blocked, and your travel time's not too good this morning at 7 miles per hour. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Victor's Home Solutions. Schedule your free 21-point roof and window inspection today at victors.com.
Men, summertime is here, and that means vacations, summer barbecues, outdoor parties, camping, beaches, and so much more. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're like many men, you may not be feeling like yourself this summer. Perhaps your energy is low and you aren't sleeping well. Maybe your workouts aren't as good as they used to be. And if what I'm describing is you, it's very likely you're suffering with low testosterone. But low T doesn't have to affect you anymore. Just call Tri-State Men's Health, get treated, and see how it changes your life. If you're like most men, you'll feel so much better. Deeper sleep, improved vitality and clarity, greater strength and energy, and an enhanced sex drive as well. So call us. Just $99 gets you a PSA and T-test and a medical consult. And if you start on testosterone the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the tri-state area to serve you.
Common Man here for Hollywood Casino and the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Timmy, it's football season. That means winning and fun.
Oh, yeah. We have tailgate buffets for all of our watch parties. The 3 apps for $12 special. $25 Miller Lite buckets.
And don't forget the crab legs. That's extended through September.
So reserve a table at HollywoodColumbus.com.
And how about this for new members? Sign up for the rewards program on the Penn Play app. Get a $20 dining credit.
Then you get more crab legs.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, crab legs.
Crab leg problem? Call 1-800-CRAB-LEGS.
Right now, in Washington, there's a fight going on to make life more affordable and bring back American jobs. Some play politics, and some want to get things done. Senator John Husted is cutting through the noise, putting Ohio first. The new tax bill delivers for working families and helps small businesses hire and grow right here in Ohio. Tell John Husted, keep fighting for Ohio families and small businesses. Paid for by Senate Opportunity Fund.
Wow, that nagging joint pain. You know the one. Sometimes it's from maybe years of hard work. Sometimes it's just an old injury that never healed right. I know I've got plenty of those. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for far too long. But that stops right now. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Wolkoff and his team are going to use regenerative medicine, just like I got, advanced cellular treatments that will help your body heal itself. It's going to restore the damaged tissues. It's not a cover-up for it. It's not pills. It's not scalpels. It's long-term lasting relief. So you don't have to operate your life around the pain anymore. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Just smarter and natural ways to heal your body. Make sure you bring your MRI, bring your x-rays. They'll tell you if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. So just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Or visit them at qckinetics.com/Columbus.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
When it comes to trucks, Toyota gives you the power of choice. Now through September 30th, get 1.75 APR financing or $3,000 customer cash on a powerful new 25 Tundra. Excludes TRD Pro. Or you can lease a 25 Tundra SR Crew Max for $409 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This just in. Hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has expanded strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today. We're raising the bar with these benches. And our hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all the best-in-class equipment we've always had. There's no better time to get stronger. So join Planet Fitness today and save. Just $1 down, $15 a month.
Offer ends September 12th.
See Home Club for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Columbus, Worthington, Air, and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tell you right now, the weather is changing. We're feeling a little bit cool this morning. Later this, week, it's going to get a little warmer, but you know what's happening. Soon we're going to be in fall and then winter, and you're going to want to keep the warm air inside your house. Just like you do in the summer, you want to keep the cold air inside your house. But if you have old drafty windows that are letting the outside air in, that is tough to do. Builder grade windows, old cheap windows, whatever you have, best time to replace your windows is right now with my friends at Window Nation. You can make no payments for 2 years. Won't have to deal with monthly payments, down payment, or interest until 2027. Plus, this month, you can buy 2 windows, get 2 free. And they even have a deal because, of course, they are proud partners with The Ohio State University. They will give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State game when you replace all the windows in your home with Window Nation. 50-point inspection on every window they sell. And, of course, they've been doing it for years. They have over 2 million windows installed. Give them a call today to set up your consultation, 866-90-NATION, or go to windownation.com. A fast, free estimate right now at the pros at Window Nation awaits you, 866-90-NATION or windownation.com. Let's talk about somebody who had a pretty good weekend. Let's get to our overachiever.
And now, it's time to highlight someone who's better than us in every single way. Meet our overachiever of the week.
Sponsored by 3D Cabinetry. 3dcabinetry.net, where quality meets affordability.
I tell you right now who the overachiever of the week is. It's nobody other than Dan Lanning. How many times have you going out in the press conference and say, we going to do something, and then get out in the game and actually do that something that you kept saying was going to happen? I mean, that man kept his foot on the gas the entire game. I have nothing but respect. This is why if you going to talk trash, you better make sure you got the Johns and the Joes to back up your trash talk, because this is BTA. This is bad. Like, wow.
Oregon beat Oklahoma State 69-3.
If Oklahoma State was like some FCS school.
Oh,
like I wouldn't say
care.
that.
No, but
this is a Power 5 or 4, wherever you look at it, school. This day, man.
Oh, bad. And this is coming on the heels of, I've seen some people actually are defending Mike Gundy and saying this proved his point. Mike Gundy last week saying, what are you going to do? We didn't spend as much on our roster as they did, so of course we're not going to be as good as them. We should play teams that spend as much as we do. Dylan, you made this point last week, and it's spot on. You would never hear a Major League Baseball manager say that, right? Like, they might know that. They know the pay disparity in Major League Baseball far outpaces whatever you have in college football. But Mike Gundy, this is a guy who's like an institution at Oklahoma State, or at least he has been for a while. He's done that largely because no one has expectations, apparently, at Oklahoma State. But, dude, if you have any expectations of that program, you cannot let 69-3 put on your head. You cannot let that stand. You have to get rid of him. It's been too long with him, honestly. I'm ready for Mike Gundy to be done. If I'm an Oklahoma State backer, that's what I would be saying. But
you know,
Dan Lanning said, "Oh yeah, we paid too much for our guys. Well, I'm going to get my money's worth then."
He said it never hurt when somebody poured gasoline on the fire.
That's right. I'm going to give a couple overachievers. Daniel Jones, 22 of 29, 272 yards, touchdown, no picks, passer rating of 115.
He back.
He looked great. I'm not going to deny it. I didn't believe in him. I still don't kind of believe in him, but that offense, there's weapons. If he can make some decent throws, those guys will go get it. They can run the football well. Jonathan Taylor touchdown is making his thing happen there, which is great to see.
Next week will be
defensively,
a big test.
they're good. Who are they playing next week?
Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Denver's defense
good.
is solid.
Denver survived.
They got some good players.
They survived against the Titans at home to open up their first game. Meanwhile, going back to college, another guy I have for you, Baylor wide receiver Josh Cameron. 9 catches for 151 yards versus SMU. I don't know if you guys checked out any of that game, but
SMU lost.
Yeah, it was back and forth.
I like to know where Bo Bishop is.
Well, Bo Bishop's kind of been on SMU. He loves SMU, but he's also been on Baylor. So I don't know. That was
he said that he was worried about his ponies.
Yeah, because we
talked to him.
Dude, I think their quarterback too, whose name I think is Sawyer Robinson. I want to say is the Baylor quarterback.
His name is.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Sawyer Robertson.
That's right. Anyway,
440 yards passing, 4 touchdowns.
He had a day. Now
he threw for 400 yards.
Dude, because I thought Baylor was dead in this game. I had this.
Cameron.
I told you he's nice, and he was playing well. But this game, the offenses were going crazy. SMU's offense was going great too, but late in this game,
Big 12 football for you.
No defense. It's not that there was no defense. There was line of scrimmage defense. But then once you got the ball in space, good luck finding anyone who knew how to tackle. It was just comical how bad the tackling was in this game.
That's Big 12 stuff. ACC is actually better than that.
But I know SMU is an ACC school, but it felt very Big 12-ish, did it not?
Yes.
Yeah, the way.
When the scores is like this, that's what that is. Hey, by the way, quick, before we go to break.
Sure thing.
Did you know that, did you hear why teams are going from Nike to Adidas?
No, I saw that Penn State did that, right? They're moving off of Nike.
Well, they said that it was because, Phil Knight backs Oregon. So they said, if we paying for Nike, we just giving money to Oregon.
Wow. It's interesting. And you know what it sounds like? Scared. Sounds like teams that don't know how to win. Ohio State's not doing that.
Said
Come
that
on
to
now.
Me and I'm like, I never thought of that. That's people well, why would we continue? Especially in the Big Ten, Penn State probably why would we pay Oregon? And we try to get past Oregon. And we got to pay Oregon.
Do I misunderstand how this works? Don't they pay you?
I guess.
Yeah, I get it. You're promoting Nike. The more Nike's promoted in a lot of ways that really have nothing to do with your football program. So I guess if you want to be petty about it, go right ahead. That sounds like a Penn State move.
All I know is
it totally sounds like what Penn State would do.
Now that Penn State going to Adidas, they will never win it. Because the last Adidas schools to win, I think I looked it up, and it was Nebraska. Back in the 90s or something like that. I got to look it up again.
Hey, by the way, we talked earlier about former Buckeyes having a good day. Emeka Egbuka, 2 touchdowns in his debut. Everybody, if you go
Tennessee 98.
If you go look up all the guys who follow all the Buccaneers fans, they're all crediting Emeka Egbuka for having a huge day that helped them win that game. Mm-hmm. Another guy who helped his team win, former Buckeye Nick Bosa. got the strip sack.
Yeah.
On your Seahawks, 17-13. Sorry to say, two of your former teams, Niners and Seahawks, going at it.
I like both of them.
Yeah, but that was a nice play by him at the end of that game.
Gave me a chance out of college. The Niners gave me my first career start. So my one and only career start.
There you go.
There you go.
Speaking of guys who gave you a chance, Pete Carroll. He had his first victory with the Raiders. They went up to Foxborough, took care of business. Tell you what, that New England offense, that didn't look great. That's at home. That wasn't a good start.
Well, they like to run the ball, and
okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
Were they giving our guy any chances? Did they give Trey much of a look? Because early in the first half, I didn't watch the whole game.
Pettijohn had 5 carries for 27 yards.
Well, there's your problem right there. I feel like I'm looking at a mechanic under the hood. There's your problem. They ain't got no fan belt.
Ramondre Stevenson only had 7 for 15.
You got to give the ball to Trey, man. Come on. Why'd you draft him?
Trevion had 6 catches for 24 yards.
Okay, good. Well, at least they tried to get him the ball a little bit in the pass game. But that's bad.
Speaking of catching the ball, I mean, a lot of Buckeye wide receivers had a good day yesterday.
Oh, dude. You're right, because Garrett Wilson had some moments. Although Garrett Wilson got trucked by Jalen Ramsey at the end of that game, that was sad to see, but it was a good play by Jalen Ramsey. Also, did you see Chris Olave get destroyed by a couple of Cardinals?
Yeah, that's why
Brian Hartline tweeted out, what are we doing? And he was right, because if you didn't see this, the Saints and Cardinals, the Saints called this play where it's like wide receiver screen. They sent Olave in motion. They flipped the ball out to him in the flat behind the line of scrimmage. There's 2 Saints wide receivers standing there. Their jobs are to block, presumably, the 2 defensive backs who are right in front of him. Instead, they just run past him and then look back and see their guy, Chris Olave, get annihilated. Good thing he doesn't have any injury issues in the past, right? Like,
didn't he get another concussion on that play?
He went into I know he went back to the tent, but I thought he came back out. I could be wrong. Either way,
he needs to get up out of there.
Yeah, he got to get out of there.
Yes.
He got to go.
The Saints are not a serious organization. They have no desire to win anything this year. They were taken for your guy, Arch. And then they saw that for Ohio State game and they said,
underachiever, man, I feel like people aren't talking enough about Arch's 4 touchdown performance.
Yeah, I watched it. If there was a guy who was covered, he wasn't throwing to him. It was just all open, like wide-ass open dudes. Sorry, I'm not on the Arch hype train yet.
Why did they block? They didn't touch
anybody.
Why would they do this?
Oh, it was bad. Also, Michigan hype train derailed in a little place called Norman, Oklahoma. We'll talk about the team up north next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, the roads are still looking really busy out there, especially for folks in New Albany. If you plan to take 161 westbound in that direction, make sure to just take it nice and slow. We are still noticing a crash just past New Albany Road. 2 right lanes still blocked, 6 miles per hour for your travel times out there. And closer downtown, we are noticing on 70 eastbound at 315 north, a left lane is currently blocked because of a crash out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union. Voted Best Credit Union for the past 7 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit BMIFCU.org to learn more.
He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. This is what the Buckeyes train so hard for.
Just like Valvoline Instant Oil Change, their techs train like pros to deliver expert service every time.
Wait, are we talking football or oil changes?
Both. Whether it's the Buckeyes on the field or your car in the bay, it's all about preparation and precision.
Can't argue with that.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit VIOC.com/Buckeyes today.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place. And today we're in my showroom so you can hear how our windows keep sound out.
It's pretty loud in here, Wilson.
Well, Leslie, that's because the window's open. But if you close it like so, well, it's kind of good to let in a little nature.
I think nature just honked at us, Wilson. Get the windows that Columbus homeowners rated the leading window brand at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Synergenics and Low T Center are the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. They've been changing the lives of men across the country for more than a decade. So if you've been thinking about testosterone, or if you've noticed that you're getting older, more tired, not motivated to do anything, it's not just aging. It's a physical and mental change to your body. Testosterone can actually help. And it all starts with a quick test. The on-site lab makes it quick and easy to get results in as fast as about 20 minutes. And if you decide you want the treatment and you want it at home, let the provider know, and they'll educate you on everything you need to know about treating yourself at home. And for a limited time only, visit any Synergenics or Low T Center for a free hormone consultation, and you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia, or you may even win a pair of tickets to a major sporting event. Book your appointment now at trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in-store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited-time offers and experiences, like our Ortianta streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-fueled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea.us.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Scotty Vegas here. Smartest bet of the season? Bet on yourself. I needed a weight loss plan that fit into real life. Tailgates, road trips, kids' nights, and still lets you eat. Week 1 with Awaken 180, I was down 6. By the end, 45 pounds gone. That's with wings, chili, meatballs, sausages, all the good stuff. It's the tailgate transformation. Structure, coaching, and food that tastes like a win. Make the smart play. Start your tailgate transformation at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Opening weekend for the NFL did not disappoint. We'll start with a classic Sunday night football matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. The Ravens dominated most of this game and were up 15 with just under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's when Josh Allen and the Bills offense went to work, putting together 3 scoring drives, including a Matthew Prater field goal with time expiring to win the game 41-40. In the Battle of Ohio, both offenses struggled in the game, but Browns kicker Andre Schmidt missed a couple of kicks wide right in the second half, including a 36-yard field goal that would have put the Browns up late. The Bengals would go on to win 17-16. This update was sponsored by BMI Federal Credit Union, voted best credit union for the past 7 years in a row by CBUS Top Picks. Visit bmifcu.org to learn more.
What's the point of watching football all weekend if you can't overanalyze it?
Reaction Monday is sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. The only contraband hiding in Tyvis's butt cheeks is a Kit Kat bar. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I have 2 pieces of business here to bring up. One is that I got a text from a buddy who said that Garrett Wilson hit that he took at the end of the game for the Jets was pretty rough.
Yeah.
So was the Chris Olave hit. And he said, They said they might have to change the official fight song at Ohio State to this. And I said, that's uncalled for. Now, hang on. Buckeyes in the NFL had a pretty good day, notwithstanding those two particular incidents. I told you, Nick Bosa had the strip sack. Emeka Egbuka, he won it late with some big plays, 2 touchdowns for him. I think Marv had a touchdown, right?
He did.
Marvin Harrison did. JSN, big day for him.
Yeah.
In a loss, but still had over 100 yards. Garrett Wilson had a touchdown. Justin Fields was good, too. Just too bad.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so mad they couldn't get that victory against Aaron Rodgers.
That catch by DK.
God. Yeah, the one that tipped back and forth.
Field goal range.
Yeah, that's
so Buckeye wide receivers, Chris Olave, 7 catches for 54 yards. Marv had 5 catches for 71 yards and a touchdown. Garrett Wilson, 7 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, 4 catches for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. And JSN, 9 catches for 124 yards. And JSN and Tyvis say that LSU's wide receiver you. Whatever.
Oh, no. No, LSU is wide receivers who get mad when you don't throw them the football, right? That's their thing.
I mean, let's do this. Who's the top 2 wide receivers in the NFL?
I get what you said it. When you said it, I was like, you know what? Tyvis's point is very valid.
The 2 best receivers in the NFL. If you could take any 2 wide receivers to start your franchise, who would you take?
I mean,
Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson.
Probably. All right, fine.
I don't know what is we talking about?
You know what? Actually, it's that guy's still in college who I would take, Jeremiah Smith. But whatever. The discussion, I understand the point. I will say, did you see, speaking of LSU wide receivers who get mad when you don't throw them the football, Malik Nabers and Brian Daboll get into it on the sidelines?
I didn't see this.
Yeah. It's a whole thing.
That's not a shocker.
It looked like Malik Nabers. I don't want to say he was cussing him out, but if I was reading lips, I would guess he was cussing out Brian Daboll and whoever else would listen to him.
Well, this is it for Daboll.
Well, then, because they lost to the Commanders by like 2 touchdowns, and it wasn't like the cleanest game in the world, but the Commanders got the job done. But the Giants, then at one point after that yelling match happened, Brian Daboll brings Malik Nabers back out like to the sideline. They're getting ready to go back out on the field for the next offensive series. And he does this thing where he's like kind of talking to him. And he's like, yeah, come on, man, we're all good. And you can see him like go off for a high five. And Malik Nabers just looks the other way, doesn't raise a hand, to where Brian Daboll has to like put his arm around and be like, come on, man, we're good. I
mean,
vibes are off.
Yeah, they got Russell, so.
Oh, that's, not for long. Did you hear what Brian Daboll said after the game, too?
That he's not committing to Russell for week 2.
He said it in a way that was like, I'm not even there, but he's like, I'm just looking at all things. We'll review everything, but
you
gave him a glimmer of hope.
I don't know why we even.
It's time for Jackson Dart.
I don't know why you even messing around with this.
I don't know. The other piece of business very quickly, we said earlier we were giving away 2 tickets to Buckeye Country Superfest. So those are going to go to Dan, who tweeted this in. We were asking which Buckeye from the 70-0 win over Grambling, which of the young Buckeyes impressed you the most? His answer I thought was pretty good. He said, Bo Jackson appears to be the best we have in the backfield. I know it was against second string for the most part, but it was our second string as well. He just runs with an absolute force and looks like he's another level than Peoples. All right, Dan, congrats. You're getting 2 tickets to Buckeye Country Superfest. You can follow us at Bone and Tyvis 971. We're giving away tickets all week, and perhaps we will use the Twitter handle to do so. So keep listening to us all morning and, of course, all week right here on The Fan. Joshua Perry coming up at 8:30. We will talk Buckeyes with him. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about Michigan, too. The hype train got run off the rails by the stagecoaches out there in Oklahoma. That was great to see. Loved it. Michigan loses 24-13. Bryce Underwood looked lost, but it's not totally his fault, I would say, because his offensive line looked like poo. It was not a good performance by anybody on that offense.
You know what's crazy is the last couple of years, they've actually had a decent, a good offensive line. When they was doing their title run, yes, I know they cheated and all those things.
No,
but
they won
still
the battle in the trenches.
They still had a good offensive line. I want to say they won what's it called, the Joe Moore Award, where the offensive line, they got the best offensive line in the country.
Yeah, and I think that's right.
It seems like, so to me, I never really questioned them in the trenches. I always thought that they had some good players there, but yeah, no, it's not what he once was. I know they had the one running back rip off the long run and all those things, but it is not
what
it was. And then the quarterback, the 9 for 24, that's
But I'll tell you, I watched that game. He had little to no time to throw. Now, when he finally did start to get some time later in the game, I think he was just seeing shadows and kind of getting, a little in his head.
What it looked like?
He looked, well, go ahead.
It looked, remember the famous Jared Allen quote about the Cavs in the playoffs against the Knicks? The lights were much brighter than.
Oh, yeah. I hope that's the case for him because
that's what it looked like.
He did look a little lost. And also, I think it looked like you're on the road. It's a big environment. I just want to say you're welcome to everybody because I had multiple people texting me saying like, oh, how about your boy, Bryce Underwood? And I'm like, whoa. He's not my boy.
Yes, he is.
No. Dylan, I said last week after watching him.
You said he was the next guy.
Dude, he's got an arm and he can play, but I do not root for him. In fact, I was terrified that he would go out there and beat Oklahoma, and then all we'd hear about is how the second coming of Tom Brady or I don't know who is Bryce Underwood at Michigan, and we'd have to deal with that. Thankfully, that's going to be at least slowed down for a few weeks till he has a big game at some point. But yeah, Sharon Moore, just get a pass because he gets a lot of credit for being a great offensive coordinator at Michigan, but he had a guy standing next to him who was helping him figure out what the hell was going on with the other team. Like the offense they run now looks nothing like the offense that helped them win a national championship. Like I don't get it at all.
What I was trying to figure out is he delayed his suspension to do this. They could have did this with him at home.
Yeah, he's suspended for the next couple of games, right?
I would have took my suspension if this was the case.
You know why Sharon Moore gets a pass, unfortunately?
Why is that?
2-0 against Ohio State.
That's
why he gets
That's fine.
pass.
I get that. But I'm saying, like, if you go watch the rest of the time they play, which, yeah, if they played Ohio State 12 times a year, then sure, that'd matter. But you're right. That matters in the rivalry. But when people bring that up with Urban and Tress, they also bring up the fact that those guys had their team in the top 5 every year, had them competing for national championships every year. Both those guys won a national championship. I understand Sharon Moore was there when they won a national championship, tainted as it may be. But I don't get it. Like, you watch that offense, I don't understand how that does anything for you in modern college football. At least with the player you have. Like, I would think they would have to adjust it to Bryce Underwood to actually make it work. But
yeah, that's what the smart people would do. I just know after this game, John Mateer sent a Venmo request to his buddies.
Dude, he looked good, right?
Pay me.
He's going to get some Heisman buzz, although
college gambling.
I feel like that's just he just put that on there for fun. That was just goofing around. What I know is John Mateer, Oklahoma quarterback, he looked good at times, but he even still, I mean, he's not, I don't think, an elite guy. I mean, he looked good. He had his moments. He put up numbers, but he missed some wide open throws too. It's college football, but watching like Garrett Nussmeier compared to him, I don't think there's much of a comparison there. Like, Nussmeier's far and above better than John Mateer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying, like, let's not put him up there yet. He was good for Oklahoma in this game, and I think Oklahoma is definitely moving up.
He's draft eligible.
Yeah.
Don't nobody talk about him, though.
Not yet.
No, just wait.
You know what
his problem is?
What?
He's 6'1".
Oh, I didn't realize he was that short.
Yeah.
That dude from Baylor, by the way, that we were talking about, Sawyer
Robertson.
Yeah, him. He's like 6'4", 220, I want to say. And he's been at Baylor for a long time. I'm kind of surprised that he doesn't get more talk as, a quarterback prospect. But he put up some numbers in that game. So just something to keep an eye on. Some quarterback play. AP Top 25 is out. Buckeyes, of course, number 1. Michigan fell down to 23. Not out, which I think they should have fallen out, but whatever. It's fine. Oklahoma moved up to 13 after that.
They lost to a ranked opponent.
Yes, but that's how this whole thing works, right? Is like they're ranked until we realize, oh, never mind, they shouldn't be. Like, Florida,
yeah, that's how this works, for sure.
No, but like Florida, they thought was so good, and then they lose to USF, who wasn't ranked, and now they just like take Florida out, put USF in. Nobody knows anything, is what I'm trying to say. All these voters who think they've got it figured out, they don't. They don't know anything more than you do when you watch any of us.
They
when we watch
lose another game, they out. They are out.
Who? Team Up North?
Yes.
Oh, don't worry. They're going to lose another game. Or 2 or 3.
Well, it won't be this week.
I hope it happens.
I'm hoping next game Bryce Underwood tries to fight one of his teammates on the sideline. That would be awesome.
That happened too.
If they doing that against Central Michigan, then
it could be bad.
Yeah.
It's been one NFL Sunday. We already have some overreactions for you on a Reaction Monday. We'll get to those next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Well, if you do live in Etna and are heading downtown, do be mindful of some delays out here. That's because we have a crash happening on 70 in that westbound direction. Just past State Route 310, shoulders are still blocked this morning, folks. And your slowdown's pretty slow out there, 20 miles per hour. Getting a little bit better when it comes to this crash site, but it's still going on, folks. A live look at our traffic cams. Again, we're still noticing police on scene this morning. A couple cars involved and definitely noticing those delays out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Register at roosterswings.com.
What's better than cheering the Buckeyes on to victory? Wearing our exclusive collection of OSU jewelry as you watch. Hi, this is Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar. We're an officially licensed jeweler of The Ohio State University, and we've created beautiful Buckeye jewelry that will last a lifetime. From Blocko earrings to Diamond Script Ohio necklaces, we've got luxury Buckeye gifts starting at $99. No matter where you're watching, show your Buckeye love at the Diamond Cellar, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Toyota gives you the power of choice. Now through September 30th, get 4.75 APR financing on a stylish new 25 Corolla or 5.75 on Corolla Hybrid. Excludes Corolla Cross and GR Corolla. Or lease a gas-powered 25 Corolla LE for $199 a month for 36 months with $36.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS, tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
The water's standing in the tub. My toilets will not flush. The smell's getting bad in here. I need help in a rush.
Clog drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain or you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Wow, that nagging joint pain. You know the one. Sometimes it's from maybe years of hard work. Sometimes it's just an old injury that never healed right. I know I've got plenty of those. Either way, it's been calling the shots in your life for far too long. But that stops right now. Hey, Bobby Carpenter here, and QC Kinetics is here in Columbus to flip the script. Dr. Wolkoff and his team are going to use regenerative medicine, just like I got, advanced cellular treatments that will help your body heal itself. It's going to restore the damaged tissues. It's not a cover-up for it. It's not pills, it's not scalpels, it's long-term lasting relief. So you don't have to operate your life around the pain anymore. QC Kinetics, no surgery, no drugs, no downtime, just smarter and natural ways to heal your body. Make sure you bring your MRI, bring your x-rays. They'll tell you if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. So just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. Or visit them at qckinetics.com/Columbus.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Right now, you can save on red, green, or black seedless grapes. They're only $1.49 a pound with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
In the old days when people lived to be 40, you only had one option for listening to your favorite show. But now, ooh, baby, radio, podcast, the Fan app, and YouTube, just to name a few, live or on demand. You have no excuses. The Fan.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers? Use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes, anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Fraud in government is a crime, and it robs taxpayer dollars. I'm Ohio Auditor of State Keith Faber, and my job is to catch people that lie, cheat, and steal, report suspicious behavior, and help stop fraud. Learn the red flags, speak up, and protect your tax dollars by calling 1-866-FRAUD-OH.
the ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A very crisp and chilly start to our new week. You might need a light jacket or sweater, but you'll need your sunglasses this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine in the forecast and highs in the mid-70s. For tonight, another crisp evening ahead. Lows will get down into the 40s with more sunshine in the forecast for Tuesday. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfolo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
Just when you thought afternoons couldn't get any dumber.
You fellas been doing a bit of boozing, have you?
Common Man and Timmy.
Weekdays from 3 to 6.
Your home for dumb. The Fan. Every time Tyvis laughs, take a drink. Just kidding. You'd be dead in 30 seconds. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Man, summer is about feeling your best. More energy, more times outdoor, and more times with the one you love. But erectile dysfunction can quietly steal that confidence and connection unless you do something about it. That's why my guys at Tri-State Men's Health are there. They work when the pills and the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some of these treatments can have you last an hour or more. There are 6 locations located here in Ohio. Oh, wow. I was about to say in Cincinnati. There are 6 locations located right here in Ohio. 2 of them are located in Columbus. One is in Westerville. The other one is in Hilliard. You schedule a consult with Tri-State Men's Health today. Your initial visit is $99, which includes a medical consult with a licensed medical provider and a TMPSA test, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. So call them today at 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com. We all love some good sex.
Thank you, Tyvis. So there's plenty of time for overreactions in the NFL. We can do that, any week of the season, but I like to do it week 1 because that's when you get the most. The ones that when we put these on tape and we send them off to the National Archives, do they have that still in Congress? I don't know. But if they do, we'll send it off to the Smithsonian. They'll save it for posterity. And then week 14 will roll around and we'll play some of these again and we'll go, wow, look how stupid this was. But we're going to do it anyway because it's that stupidity that we believe in on this show. So here are some hot takes for you. After 1 week, we're not even done. I'll give you a preemptive overreaction for tonight's game.
Is it about J.J. McCarthy?
J.J. McCarthy will be benched in 3 games. After the game he had tonight.
It's so funny.
And 3 more like that.
He's going to come out here and light it up. And you got to come here tomorrow.
Then I will eat crow tomorrow.
Yeah, you will.
I think he's going to suck. Now, he may not against the Bears defense, but I think he's going to be bad. I think they're all terrified of letting that guy actually throw when he doesn't have someone telling him what the other defense is going to do. So that's my hot take. But see, I give you a reaction, even though the first week isn't technically over. I've got an overreaction for that.
I can't believe you just hate this man.
I don't hate him. I just think he's overrated. And I can't
Well, you know what? The good news is
can't wait to watch him fail.
Go find out today.
Well, it's funny you feel that way because I was listening to Rothman and Ice on Friday.
Yeah.
Matty Ice has the complete opposite take as you.
Really?
He thinks that he's going to have a better season than Sam Darnold had last year.
Wow.
He's got a good play caller.
I mean, he does have that.
It's a great play caller.
Hey, and
that knows him and should keep him in good situations.
Here's a real overreaction from one game in the NFL. Jared Goff isn't actually any good. And everything that you've seen of him,
that's messed up.
Now everything you've seen of him has been because he had 2 play callers in Sean McVay and Ben Johnson.
That's not fair to say, though. I mean,
it is fair.
He was 31 of 39 with 225 yards and a touchdown and a pick.
How much of those empty yards were in the fourth quarter?
Y'all got to stop.
I'm watching that game, and that offense couldn't do anything for most of that game.
I think they offense. I tell you what. That's how much of an overreaction I got. I got J-Mo on my team. I'm about to trade him for somebody today. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. That's because that offense, and I got a mind around St. Brown, and I might put him on the block. So the offense is a little overrated.
Here are the numbers on Jared Goff.
I'm so glad I didn't get Jahmyr Gibbs now.
The internet has compiled these numbers. These are his stats when his offensive coordinator wasn't either Sean McVay or Ben Johnson. All right. The other games where that didn't happen, he played in 21 of them. He is, now quarterback record is hard to know how much that matters, but here's some numbers. He was 3-17-1 in those 21 games as a starter without Sean McVay or Ben Johnson. Threw 25 touchdowns in those 21 games to 23 turnovers. Completion percentage under 65%, 63%.
He also was young.
Took 61 sacks in those 21 games. So
I would imagine this is with the Rams.
Yeah. Well, and then yesterday. Yesterday was also part of the data set.
Thank you for putting that in there. I appreciate you for keeping it updated. No, I mean, I don't know. I'm not willing to go that far that Jared Goff is just
These
trash.
are overreactions. We don't have to justify them. We're just overreacting. Well, give me one of yours.
My overreaction is Bo Nix is trash. Now that's one. Yeah. Since we gonna talk about quarterback play, I am not a believer of Bo Nix. That Titan defense is not all world, and he threw 2 picks. He looked like he was spooked at times. I don't see it. I didn't see last year. He shined. He did some things that was amazing. This year, I just don't.
But you don't believe in him.
I just don't.
I mean, this is year 2 in the offense. He should presumably be just better. And I don't know that Titans defense is anything special, to your point.
I don't see it.
I like this. See, this is good. Dylan, what's an overreaction you have?
I'm going to pile on and go back to yours. But I have written down in all capital letters, Lions are cooked. They were 15-2 last year, 27-7 over the last 2 seasons, but they're done. I feel so bad.
Did you say they window closed?
The Super Bowl window is closed.
That's messed up.
They were clearly the best team in the NFL last year, but they just couldn't get over all those injuries, and I feel bad for Lions fans. I feel like that was their year to do it, but the window is now closed. They're cooked.
I like it. These are takes that in no way can blow up in our face. We can talk about guys who are probably still pretty good, but we're going to just say it now with our whole chest. What is it? 10 toes in, something like that? Is that a thing?
10 toes down.
10 toes down. That's right. Yes. Do we up the blick with any of these guys yet? That's what
I almost upped the blick on the Saints receivers for getting my boy Chris Dunn.
Actually,
hit like that.
That's another one. I
should have went in that locker room and upped the blick. Pull a Gilbert Arenas. That's what he should have did.
Javaris Crittenden. Saints wide receivers. I have this as an overreaction. Saints wide receivers should be investigated for a lack of blocking on that Chris Olave hit. Are they all just jealous of him? Because he got annihilated because none of them did their jobs. That's stupid. I don't know what's wrong with them. Also, how about this? Your guy, Jair Alexander, may be trash. That second half of that Ravens game last night, dude was just nowhere to be found. He got everybody on the Bills just running wild, and he's gone. That whole secondary was bad that second half. But how do you come? You had a 40-25 lead with 7 minutes to go, and you blow this game?
How? You know what's funny about when you get 2 good corners to play on the same defense is that you find out if one of them really is that good of a corner, because this is what happened with Nnamdi. Nnamdi got with Asante Samuel, and everybody thought Nnamdi was just this great corner. I even thought Nnamdi was the best corner in the league at the time when he was with the Raiders. He got to Philadelphia, and everybody was scared to go at Asante because Asante was getting picked, so they went at Nnamdi, and they was getting money on Nnamdi over there. So Jair, like all-pro Marlowe, he gets takeaways. He punches the ball out. He gets picked, so they're going to go at Jair. And if you let this happen, it's going to be a low season for him.
Good.
So I'm not willing to call him trash.
Trash.
Danny Dimes.
Oh, God.
Good quarterback.
Daniel Jones?
Good quarterback. No. We not going to refer to him as Daniel Jones. His name is Danny
Not
Dimes.
Everyone knows all your nicknames and name basis stuff.
It's a universe. Everybody calls him Danny Dimes.
I would say Tyvis has a lot of names that I'm like, people don't know that. Danny Dimes, I think, is pretty universal.
I'm just trying to point out, I'm not giving him Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, man. He here. You remember that one year he had it with the Giants?
Yeah.
And got paid?
And then I remember
that's this season again.
I remember after
that guy is in Indy.
Okay.
That guy.
That's fine. It's overreaction. I can't judge it. That's right. Dylan, do you have any other ones?
Just that the Bengals stink and that they're going to finish closer to the bottom of the AFC than the top, despite what everyone thinks.
So no wild card.
No.
So that's
so
far I got two wild card teams that you think not going to be a wild card. The Lions and Cincy.
I also had here as a hot take, but it's not one now that I think about it. Mike McDaniel will be the first one looking for a job, but I don't think that's I think actually teams are waiting for him to become a coordinator.
Brian Daboll will try to fight him.
That's what I said.
Brian first. That's fair.
The only other one I got is the AFC West for the first time in a long time, wide open.
Oh, it's big time.
Wide open.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know who's going. I'm not saying that the Chiefs is usually Chiefs. No.
I got the headline too.
Wide open.
We didn't even get to use this because it was Friday, but the Chargers go down to Brazil. They wax the Chiefs. Yeah.
They did wax.
So stupid. All right, we're going to class the joint up. We're going to get smarter. Joshua Perry in 2 minutes. We'll break down some college football with him next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Well, if you do live in Etna and are heading downtown, do be mindful of some delays out here. That's because we have a crash happening on 70 in that westbound direction. Just past State Route 310, shoulders are still blocked this morning, folks. And your slowdown's pretty slow out there, 20 miles per hour. Getting a little bit better when it comes to this crash site, but it's still going on, folks. A live look at our traffic cams. Again, we're still noticing police on scene this morning. A couple cars involved and definitely noticing those delays out there. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Buckeye Country Superfest 2026 is back for one day only in Columbus, Ohio. Saturday, June 13th at Ohio Stadium, featuring Tyler Childers, with special guests the Red Clay Strays, Lord Huron, Sierra Farrell, Flatland Cavalry, and Caitlin Butts. Register for pre-sale access now at BuckeyeCountrySuperfest.com. Tickets on sale to the general public on Friday, September 12th at 10 a.m.
Guys, this sports season, it's game on at Synergenex and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? They've got a winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book your free consultation and automatically enter for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to major sporting events. Female patients also eligible. For more info and to book your appointment, visit TRTMVP.com. That's TRTMVP.com.
Your home, your comfort, your family, that's everything. Big companies shout, big ads scream, but trust is quiet. It's a tech who fixes instead of sells. A family business here since '66. Northland Heating and Cooling, your local Lennox Premier dealer. Honest comfort, real people, real peace of mind. Northland Heating and Cooling.
This is Corey Sickles with Safe Harbor Wealth Advisors. We are an independent financial planning firm ready to help you make the right decision for yourself, your family, and your future. Visit safeharboroh.com to schedule a complimentary meeting. safeharboroh.com.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
One of these men is bald and fat. The other is T-Bone. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
I just threw the poll question up on our Twitter page, @Bone and Tyvis 971. Better nickname for Daniel Jones. Is it Danny Dimes or is it Indiana Jones? We're going to get an opinion on that from our guy, Joshua Perry. We're going to talk college football in a second. But, Joshua, good morning. And also, which one's the better nickname for the new Colts quarterback?
It's Indiana Jones for me, and it's not particularly close. It's wild, right? Because, he was throwing dimes out there. So we've been rolling with that for a little while. Indiana Jones seems like it fits. The craziest part of this development is that we had to see Daniel Jones ball out to understand that Anthony Richardson is not a good quarterback. And if anybody would have listened to me, front offices could have consulted with me before that draft, I could have told you, don't draft the guy. He didn't play very much in college. He was a 50% passer. I get it. Big arm. I get it. He's an athlete. He ain't a quarterback. And then Daniel Jones comes in and we realize that.
Yeah,
you sound just like this one dude I know. His name Tyvis Powell or something like that. Yeah. Where's Matty Ice at? I hope he's awake listening to you say that, because me and Matty Ice went to war over this.
I wonder where Matty Ice is right now.
Hey, well, speaking of Ryan Day, Ohio State obviously gets the job done against Grambling. So what is real from this? What is it that you can take away? Because if you go on the internet and you say anything positive about this game, everyone's response is, dude, it's Grambling. So what of this that you saw do you think is actually worth putting your flag in the ground and saying, no, that's legit what you saw?
Both of the bands. They were phenomenal. In all seriousness, I think Julian can really spin the rock. against Texas, we just didn't see it because it wasn't asked of him. But I keep referring back to that game. There were some throws that he made that weren't completions that were really good throws. And then you get basically a game where it's like routes on air, and you get to see the arm talent out of him. And so as this team gets more comfortable and as they get more comfortable with him, I think you'll start to see him really rise as a quarterback who can spin it, really good ball placement, got a good feel for the game, touch. He's got power on the ball, all the things that you'd like to see.
Josh,
outside of that, I take everything else with a grain of salt. Go ahead.
Josh, when we look at we talk about the offense, let's look at the running game, because obviously last year you had Quinshon and Travion, who was phenomenal. This year, James People, where are you at with James People? Because a lot of people are screaming to Bo Jackson. It's been so many comments today that Bo Jackson is the best running back in the room, and we need to let him play. Where are you at with James People? How do you see this run game playing out?
I think he's got to come along a little bit more. If we're going based off of what we saw in week one, I wasn't overly impressed with the run game whatsoever. This is another one of those where I'm glad that they ran the ball the way that they did. I think they averaged over 7 yards a carry, which was great. To your point, like Bo Jackson had the big day, but I want to see what this run offense looks like against a defensive front that can cause them some real issues. And I think the personnel is going to be fine. I think that they've recruited well enough in that running back room that you can put these guys out there and feel confident about them. I think what we saw last year was a bit of an evolution with the run game, and what Chip Kelly did so well was he's a guy who, he loved counter schemes, and he would bring guys across the formation from all over. You'd see the counters with the guards pulling. You'd see it with the tight end coming around. Sometimes he'd motion a wide receiver, and you get all three guys on the counter action, right? And it's just those types of things that create extra gaps, puts the defense in a bind. It really challenges their eyes. And I think when we see Ohio State get into some more complex run schemes, these guys will all look like really good players.
Joshua Perry joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Speaking of teams that played a nobody, and I guess I don't know if we can put stock in what we saw. Oregon, 69-3 over Oklahoma State. The comments from clearly Mike Gundy had a lot to do with that. After the game, Dan Lanning said as much. But how much do you put stock in what Mike Gundy said, about how we have to play maybe at the same tax bracket of, payment now with NIL? Or is that a message that you could hear in any other sport? Like Major League Baseball, I can't imagine a manager saying, sorry, their payroll's 3 times as much as ours. Can't do anything about that.
Yeah, I mean, in baseball, the teams just go out there and suck and they collect their check, and that's just really what they do. It was interesting after the game, the Oregon quarterback, Dante Moore, made a comment like, I see Dan Lanning as a father figure, like you don't get to talk about my father, and then we don't do anything about it. And then the other part of that was, Coach Lanning and Phil, which is Phil Knight, which I thought was insane, that now we're at the point where the biggest booster from the school gets to be in the post-game commentary from the players about how you want to defend their honor because somebody called them out. Gundy should have never made that comment. And I think this goes back to a lot of times when you're just making commentary in general, you should do the we, I thing more than the they and the you thing. And so he should have just basically said, listen, guys, I think we're going to get our butt kicked. And part of the reason why is we don't raise enough money. This is a guy who, in order to come back, by the way, reduced his salary. And then part of that money went to their NIL fund, and they're still not spending enough. And so I get the message for his fan base and for their boosters where it's like, we're going to see a team right here who's all aligned and they get the money that they need and they spend it and they're going to be really good, and we're not. But he should have never said, oh, well, maybe they should schedule schools that spend as much as them, because Oklahoma State didn't do that in week one. They went ahead and got their win against a team that I know isn't spending as much money as they are. So I understand his sentiment and how frustrating that has to be, but he never had to make that about Oregon.
When you look at let's zoom out. When you look at the Big Ten as a whole, who is the team to be outside of Ohio State? Who is the other team that you're like, all right, I can see that being the Big Ten championship?
Feels like Oregon to me right now. I like what I saw out of Illinois, and I know people are like, oh, it was Duke. And I think Duke's actually not a bad ball team, and Manny Diaz does really good things defensively to cause issues, and they did for a half of that game. And last year, this would have been a game for Illinois where they probably would have had to go down in a late drive in the fourth quarter and try to win it, and they completely pulled away, caused a lot of turnovers. Their run game came alive in the second half. Oregon, different level, different athletes, see all of that in them. The one that was disappointing to me is Penn State, because I feel like their pass game is still small. And I don't know if that is a commentary now about maybe Drew Aller not being everything we thought he was going to be, like very talented player, very good player, but maybe not like that super game changer, or if it's a commentary about they went out and got the wrong wide receivers out of the portal and that room didn't get as much better the way it needed to. But they were disappointing because I still feel like when I watch them offensively, it looks like it's hard to get yards. And they don't have Tyler Warren this year, who's kind of their eraser and their problem solver. So I'm waiting to see if they can come along and be one of those teams where it's like, oh, no, they can definitely win it. I think Ohio State can definitely win it. And after watching Oregon for the first couple weeks, I think they can too.
One more question about Big Ten teams. Iowa, they lose to Iowa State. In the way those games always go, they're close.
What's the name of the game they played?
The Cy Hawk Trophy is what the trophy is, but we like to call it El Assico. Here's the thing. This is 2 games in a row where Mark Gronowski, their big transfer quarterback they bring in, who put up numbers where he was previously, he hasn't thrown for 100 yards yet. And I just wonder, is that a feature or a bug with the Iowa offense at this point? Like, they can't claim this isn't, they can't claim this is a problem when every time they bring in a quarterback, it seems like they have this similar kind of performance.
It's intriguing because I think Gronowski is a better player than what he's looked like through 2 games. But you also kind of are what you are after having those 2 games specifically. Their wide receivers are awful. And I hate to disparage guys who I know are working hard like that, but it's just they can't get open. They don't actually catch the football all that well. And so that's a problem. And I don't think their offense is very creative. They don't challenge people. I would ask you to watch the Iowa State defense and what they did. And similarly, what Oklahoma did against Michigan over the weekend, those safeties are so aggressive. They line up at 11 or 12 yards and they stand flat-footed and they come downhill because they're not threatened by anybody on the outside. And they know it's an offense that they won't take the top off of the defense. And I think that's a big problem. Iowa at this point to me is like the Chicago Bears, where it's like, even when you get excited about a quarterback, you don't really have a quarterback. So maybe it gets better throughout the year, but I would look more toward what's around Gronowski there rather than him, because the wide receivers for the last handful of years have been a non-feature in that offense.
Joshua, we appreciate it. We'll talk again next week. All right.
All right. Appreciate you guys.
There we go. They're calling him Indiana Jones, by the way, on Twitter. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you know what? Danny Dimes died. That's bad thoughts. But Indiana Jones, that is the new person he's walked into.
Danny Dimes walked, so Indiana Jones.
Thanks to Joshua Perry for that. He was on the Bryan Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. We'll be back in a minute with the buzzer and also a little crosstalk with our guy Ryan Baker next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Well, if you do live in Etna and are heading downtown, do be mindful of some delays out here. That's because we have a crash happening on 70 in that westbound direction. Just past State Route 310, shoulders are still blocked this morning, folks. And your slowdown's pretty slow out there, 20 miles per hour. Getting a little bit better when it comes to this crash site, but it's still going on, folks. A live look at our traffic cams. Again, we're still noticing police on scene this morning. A couple cars involved and definitely noticing those delays out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and the multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants. Must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Now at Great Lakes Hyundai, lease 2 Elantras for $222. That's right, lease 2 new 2025 Elantra SEs for just $222 a month for a 2-year lease. Both your new Elantras come with owner assurance and America's Best Warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage in Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.99 down per unit plus taxes and fees. First month payment, 10K miles per year, ends 9/30.
Double your Keno booster automatically every Tuesday in September between 4 and 5 p.m. with Keno Power Hour Double Booster. Play Keno with Booster between 4 and 5 any Tuesday afternoon in September, and the booster value will be double. You could boost your winnings up to 20 times all September long. Learn more at ohiolottery.com/Keno Power Hour. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
At Kroger, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix that's guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower prices on over 1,000 items. Hand it to Kroger shoppers. You never compromise. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 6-packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 2 free with your card. Limit 8. Kroger. Fresh for everyone.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thidoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan.
IKEA is celebrating 40 years of making home dreams possible in the U.S. Visit us in-store September 3rd until the 23rd for limited-time offers and experiences, like our Ortianta streetwear collection, our new Tilvercott furniture, daily chances to win gift cards, and more. Come celebrate 40 years of meatball-fueled shopping, brave attempts at our Swedish names, and the inexplicable need for stylish modern design. Offer valid September 3rd through September 23rd, 2025. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and ikea.us.com for details. Restrictions apply.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My toilet's clogged, backed up too. The sink is running slow. Water's backed up everywhere. Oh, please don't overflow.
Clogged drain, no problem. It's 93 or free. I'll clear any drain you don't pay with a 1-year guarantee.
It's 93 or free. Guaranteed.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. One of these men was prom king. It was T-Bone. I swear to God, you think I'm lying, don't you? But I'm serious. He didn't always look like this, okay? Here's the prom king and Tyvis.
Our guy Ryan Baker joins us now after a weekend of football. Bake, how'd you feel with high school, college, NFL? It was all going this weekend.
Well, it finally caught up to me last night, and I guess I missed a hell of an ending of a game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was 40-25 when I fell asleep. What the heck happened when I woke up this morning?
I went to sleep at halftime and missed out all the good stuff.
The Baltimore Ravens said the same thing. It was that score, and then they fell asleep, and then
I'll
back
tell
came
you
the
what,
Bills.
you can take the team out of Cleveland, but you can't take the Cleveland out of the team.
You know what? It's been like the last hour we spent a little more time on college football, and it's been so nice to just not think about how dumb that game was. But my favorite part of yesterday was how the Browns got credit somehow for like, hey, they brought in a Lou Groza award-winning kicker. What do you want him to do? And then I said, yeah. In 2018, when he actually won that award, it's shocking to me that that's a guy who kicked and was that good in college in his freshman year.
He was great in the preseason. He's really good in the preseason.
So lots of dudes can say that.
Listen, we talk about
I
Browns.
keep telling everybody the preseason is you can't take no stock in the preseason.
We talk about Browns quarterbacks. How about Browns kickers since Phil Dawson? Like, the Browns draft these guys, and then they go other places, and they're good, at least for a little while. Like, I heard you guys.
The wind in the stadium.
I heard you guys talk about, what about Buffalo?
The swirls.
Doesn't Buffalo have the same thing?
I don't know.
They should.
They don't struggle, do they?
Like Phil Dawson said, he always pointed at the one flag. He's like, don't pay attention to anything else. That flag right there. Why doesn't anybody else pay attention to that flag?
They think because you can't tell these kids nothing. They think they know it all. That's why.
Austin Seibert went on and kicked for a while. Zane Gonzalez went on and kicked for a while.
We can bring him back.
Chase McLaughlin, isn't he the kicker for Tampa now?
Did he miss?
You're right.
I don't know. They're all missing somehow. Even the Ravens kicker, who was great last night, missed an extra point, and it could have cost them in the end.
So that means you want to run it back with Smith.
I don't know. Who cares? Does it matter?
Yes, clearly it does. Yes, we lost. Did you not?
No, it doesn't, because this team isn't going anywhere.
No,
we could have, Baker. We would have won. We'd have been 1-0, and people would have been singing a different tune.
We did that last year.
What if next week comes down to a kick? You know, when we had that successful season, a lot of those games came down to a kick.
A lot of them do in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like betting the NFL anymore.
No, it's frustrating.
As an NFL employee, I can't.
You cannot. Lucky you.
Because if they will fire Bernie Kosar, they will surely fire Tyvis Fowler.
You're right. And that's, you know what?
You know what? That's what I'm going to tell That's what I'm going to tell myself now. When you do stuff here, I have to run the board for you, and I'm going to tell myself I'm an NFL employee. I cannot bet NFL.
Right.
So there we go.
That'll keep you away from
There we go. I'm not going to do it anymore.
Did you check out any college football this weekend other than the Buckeyes?
So obviously was down at the game for the Ohio State game, so didn't see a lot during that, but I did get home, and I watched most of the Oklahoma-Michigan game. And, Tyvis, I've been trying to tell you, Oklahoma's the real deal.
I just don't.
Oklahoma's the real deal this year.
Their defense
I just don't believe
like the real deal.
We don't think about this because they were, what were they last year, 6-6 or whatever? They had a top 10 defense in the country last year. Their defense was top 10. They went through 4 quarterbacks and like 5 wide receivers. They seem to have a decent quarterback now with Johnny Mateer. And that defense is still good. And listen, we can say whatever.
Coach is a defensive minded
I was going to say, we can say whatever we want about Brent Venables, but he was one of the best defensive coordinators in the country for a long time. He didn't forget that.
No, I think that's a very good point because he hasn't been a good head coach necessarily there or not what they expected. But if that defense is this good and you have a quarterback in college football, that's like 90% of the battle right there.
But again, this is with our overreactions, right? Venables went to an Oklahoma team that Lincoln Riley pillaged. He took everybody from that team. Now he's there. What is this, his 3rd season there?
Yeah, he's finally getting some of his guys.
Now he's built up a roster again. He brought in a quarterback and offensive coordinator combo this year, and everybody's like, oh, I can't coach. A lot of times these guys don't forget. It's a new spot for him, and he's never been a head coach before, has he?
I don't believe it.
No, I don't think he has.
I don't believe in
that's
Oklahoma.
Fair.
I'm with you about Oklahoma, but one thing all 8 of their conference opponents have in common right now, they're all in the top 25. They have
their schedule's brutal here. But it looked right, correct? That's the one thing I've said about Ohio State this week. Yeah, they played Grambling.
Oh, yeah.
But it looked right. Good. It looked like what Ohio State should look like against Grambling. We've had games in the past, if you don't forget, Youngstown State, where it's 35-7, and you're like, what the hell is this team?
Right. Yeah,
it just looked right.
This is not a game. When you get a shutout from the defense and you get an offense putting up 7, a 7 is in front of the number, then that's more than fine for me. Actually, a 6. I would even been fine with 60s. Yeah. That's fine. What's coming up on the show today?
A lot of Buckeye reaction, obviously, from the Grambling game. We'll talk to Austin Ward to get his perspective on that, and we'll talk a little bit about the debacle that is the Cleveland Browns.
I can't. I mean, I'll be listening, but I'll just already, having lived through it for 3 hours today. It's just, but I know we're suckers for this. All of us Browns fans, we're used to it. We're not surprised. I said this one was like a classic Browns loss. It wasn't like this was a boring, like you go to IKEA and order this out of the magazine. Like it's not even, this isn't custom furniture. This is just a simple, we've seen this a million times.
This is the Browns doing Browns things.
This is the most basic piece of furniture you can get in your apartment. That's what this Browns loss was.
2 interceptions off of it. It's tipped off the hands.
It's like when you go to McDonald's, no matter what McDonald's you go to, you expect a certain thing, a certain product. This was Cleveland Browns.
Right. This was a double cheeseburger.
100 billion served.
That's exactly right. All right, there you go. 3 hours of Bishop and Friends coming up next.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems. Find your local Bryant Heating and Cooling dealer at Bryant.com.
Shout out to local legend and obviously NBA great, college basketball great, Michael Redd, along with the rest of the 2008 U.S. Olympic men's basketball team known as the Redeem Team. They were all inducted into the class of 25 at the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Mass. The Basketball Hall of Fame, I should say. So great to see that happen there. They were among many other inductees, but Michael Redd, as part of that team, going into the Hall of Fame, I think that's awesome.
Go Bucks.
Yeah, go Bucks.
You know what the most thing I took away the most is that LeBron was wearing a Hall of Fame jacket while still being in the NBA.
In his prime still.
Chris Paul, too.
That's done.
Chris Paul, too.
He was there. Hall of Fame jackets.
They had a bunch of those guys. Yeah, it was great to see that.
While still playing the game. Like
While
that's
still being a top 10 player in the league.
Oh. I don't disagree. He ain't number one.
Second best ever to do it.
When I saw Michael Redd, Basketball Hall of Fame, I just said, it's about time. And then they said, oh, it's for the Redeem Team. And I'm like, well, that's a fine start, but we need to put him in there just in general. My guy, Michael Redd. Love Michael Redd.
Go Bucks.
Always will. All right, that's it for us. Bishop and Friends is next. Have a great rest of your Monday. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and happy Monday. Well, if you do live in Etna and are heading downtown, do be mindful of some delays out here. That's because we have a crash happening on 70 in that westbound direction. Just past State Route 310, shoulders are still blocked this morning, folks. And your slowdown's pretty slow out there, 20 miles per hour. Getting a little bit better when it comes to this crash site, but it's still going on, folks. A live look at our traffic cams. Again, we're still noticing police on scene this morning. A couple cars involved and definitely noticing those delays out there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED and low T can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 614-300-7400. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at columbusmensclinic.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, low T, Peyronie's, size, and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic workouts and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 614-300-7400 or book in 30 seconds or less at columbusmensclinic.com. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. My good friends over at Sleep Better Columbus want you to know that if you're 65 or older, enjoying those golden years, but maybe you're dealing with restless nights, you need to listen up. Are you tossing and turning, struggling with sleep apnea, and that leaves you wiped out during the day? Well, it's time to reclaim your rest with Dr. Mark Levy at Sleep Better Columbus. As a leading provider in non-surgical sleep apnea treatments, Dr. Levy helps you breathe easier and sleep deeper with custom oral appliances, a comfortable alternative to CPAP. The best part is that Sleep Better Columbus is in network with most medical insurance plans and is a proud Medicare provider, so your coverage can work seamlessly with Sleep Better Columbus. And as we head toward the end of the year, don't let those benefits go unused. You don't want to wait to use your deductible. Act now to make the most of it with Sleep Better Columbus. Call Sleep Better Columbus today at 800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com. Once again, that number, 800-MORE-SLEEP or sleepbettercolumbus.com for your consultation. Sleep better, live better. You've earned it.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
5 words no one wants to hear? You need a new roof. What do? Who do you call? How are you going to pay for it? Hey, it's Timmy Hall, and these are all questions that run through people's minds when they hear those 5 words. But if you pick up the phone and call Victor's Home Solutions, your new roof will be the easiest, most hassle-free home improvement project you'll ever do. Victor's has thousands of 5-star ratings for both customer service and high-quality installation. Plus, they offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. And since no one wants to pay these high interest rates for a limited time, Victor's is offering 5-year, no-interest financing with minimum monthly payments for qualified buyers. So if you need a new roof, don't stress. Victor's Home Solutions has your back. It starts with a free 21-point roof inspection. It assesses the exact condition of your roof and what needs to be done next. Set up your inspection today. 866-VICTORS. That's 866-VICTORS or online at victors.com.
You're kind of cute.
Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in its tighty-whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Hey, Columbus, it's T-Bone for Window Nation. Now is the best time of year to buy new windows. Whether you have old, drafty windows or maybe just the cheap builder's grade ones your house came with, September is the perfect month to protect your home against another cold, snowy winter. And right now, Window Nation is offering their most popular offer. Buy 2 replacement windows, get 2 for free. Plus, you won't pay any interest, monthly payments, or down payment for 2 years. You heard that right. Window Nation gives you the option to pay nothing until 2027. Are you a Buckeye fan? Well, when you replace all the windows in your home, Window Nation will also give you 2 free tickets to an upcoming Ohio State football game. With Window Nation, you get top quality windows from a trusted company, and it's all at a reasonable price because they know replacing windows is an investment and they want to make it affordable for you. Don't miss Window Nation's most popular offer. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 for free. And remember, you'll pay nothing for 2 years. Hurry, Columbus, this sale won't last forever. 866